Well, hello there, neighbor. How are you doing? Welcome back to Fates United. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Michael / Bardicdice. Wow, my lights are really bright tonight. I just kind of noticed that. But that's okay, we're gonna go with it because I am hype and ready to hit the ground running. This is the second night of D&D. Typically we do Wednesdays with our Feywild game last night, which was wild. I rolled 5 nat 20s. That was amazing. It was fun. And then, yeah, it was super fun. So we'll see if we can continue that streak tonight. But yeah, so my name is Bardicdice. We stream Dungeons and Dragons here on this channel. We do Wednesdays and Thursdays. Wednesdays is the Wild Beyond the Witchlight campaign from Wizards of the Coast. And tonight is our Fates United, which is my homebrew campaign, which is wild to think that we've been doing this for a year. This is our 1 year. We started at the beginning of last year. We made it 1 year here, and it's a 1-year affiliate anniversary as well. So thanks to all of you guys for all of your support and just this crazy journey we've been on, what we've been doing. I got this epic music behind me. But yeah, so that is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, both on Wednesdays and Thursdays. If you want to catch us live, we have so much fun in the chat. Everyone is super supportive and happy and go lucky and amazing and stuff like that. And Mara, like I said, so supportive. Thank you for the subs, I appreciate it. Yeah, so I forgot what I was talking about. But thank you, Amara. You're so nice. You didn't have to do that. Yeah, streaming. I do Wednesdays, Thursdays, which is super fun. Eventually, I'll be getting back to some more streaming. Sometimes I do like games and just random stuff, but eventually I like to get back to some tavern talk. So we'll see. Hopefully in the new year, we'll kind of get back to that. That being said, alongside that, we also share a Discord with our sister channel, Marquee Gaming. So if you want to go, if you're interested in checking out this amazing community, I can't focus on announcements tonight because all these alerts, you guys are wild. Go check out the Discord. We have a whole lot of fun offline. And so the Discord was created to be like a tavern setting, just a hangout spot for the week. In between our streams. We're almost to the point where between Marquee Gaming and Bardicdice that we have like a stream every single day. So it's super fun just to have that and then have this community where people can support each other with art, cosplay, their D&D streams, Twitch streams, freaking hype trains you guys are on. Yeah. Cool. I need notes to read off of because you guys.
I'm like watching your mind blank.
Yeah,
it's really funny.
Like I was doing a lot better last night. But yeah, so that's super fun. You'll hear a little bit more about their channel, but I am also a player in their Sunday game, Beacon Sora. So you definitely want to go check out that out if you want to get 3 times the D&D in a week, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on their channel on Sundays. But guys, drum roll please. That's not it. If you want 4 nights of D&D, I will be a player in the brand new Zelda-inspired game ran by our own, the one and the only literary_DM. We're going to shout him out. I'm sure you've heard me say it before, but it's next week. I'm so excited. Rachel's a player in it. Mark's a player in it. Silent, who raided, thank you so much for the raid earlier, is a player in it, and it's going to be debuting next Tuesday. I always get this confused, but I'm pretty sure it's 8 p.m. Eastern, or is it's 7 Central, right? Lit. We'll see in the chat. I always get the times confused because I want to say it's not 7:30. I know that, but anyways, Lit will put that in the chat and I'll say it once I see it. Once the stream connects. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right. Cool. See, I had this right. So yeah, you should definitely go check it out. And on top of that, the art will be done officially by both of our artists here, but the official artist for the stream is Deely Raphaziel, who is our player tonight and amazing. The other way. Dang
it, I did it right.
But Deely does some of the art here on this channel, but our official artist is Pip400, who does the art on screen. So thank you both of you for just the amazing art. You can check it out in the Discord and see some of the sneak peeks of the characters. I'm just super excited. So yeah, we have everything for you just to check out during the week, and y'all are crazy. I need to give you guys a quick shout outs. Necro, thank you so much, buddy, for the cheers. I love you so much. Silent, thank you for the cheers. Marky Gaming, you don't have to. BTD, thank you so much for coming by and subbing. Amara for the 5 subs, thank you so much. Silent with the host in the raid. You guys are, I seriously love all of you, and this year has been so amazing. It's been tough, but it's been so amazing because I've met all of you, and we get to enjoy 2022 together with a whole new story and to continue our story of Fates United, which I'm super excited to get into. So that being said, I'm done rambling. You guys have destroyed my mind, and I love you all. So let's go ahead and round robin and introduce our players and our characters and whatever streams and stuff that you guys are doing. But the one and the only will start with Deely.
Hi, I'm Deely. I play Meikai, a tiefling Kensei monk. She's super fun. What? Oh, is there more stuff?
No, I was laughing at the chat.
Yeah, I do art streams. I try to do twice a week. I skipped this week because trying to recover after our, holiday stuff. But yeah, back at it next week. And I put that 1 p.m. PST. And yeah, come and hang out. It's on Raphaziel. We have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Just hang it. It's a lot of Zelda art this time, so it's really fun. So you guys should go check it out as well.
Do it right now. Go watch your VOD. Stop watching us.
Yeah. No, don't. But yeah, I always have a really good time, and as I hit milestones, I want to do more giveaways and stuff, because it's just really fun. So yeah. Sorry, Rach, you're banned from the next couple of giveaways because you keep winning them.
It's fine. I purposely didn't enter it because I was like, I shouldn't win this.
It was just anybody's in chat. Yeah. So, except the bots. The bots never get counted because they're just bots. But yeah, so, but I want to do some more giveaways and stuff as I hit milestones. And I want to try to get back to affiliate because I lost it because you have to do a certain number of hours. So I need to get back on that train. But I really appreciate the support coming from everybody. So Thank you guys.
Yeah, so go check her on Twitter if you want any commissions from her art that if you like from the Zelda or from other stuff, go check her out. She has her commissions open.
Yeah.
So from one artist to another, she has a brand new haircut and it's amazing. So you should say it in the chat. And we've been making her laugh all day. So let's see if she can get through her intro.
I know. I'm actually going to make it really short because I'm afraid I'm going to get really giggly. So, hi. Thank you for the compliments on my hair. And my name's Rachel/Pip. And I stream on Marquee Gaming. I stream art on Mondays at 3:30 CST. And that's all I got today.
Short, sweet, and simple. Perfect. And heading down below, both of our players are husband and wife duos. So the first one, the one and the only, John.
Hello, I'm John. I am Dee's husband, and I play Kahuranji, the Kalistar fighter. And I really appreciate everyone noticing my new haircut as well. Did it myself.
It's amazing.
Yeah, right.
I like it.
Right. Slightly shorter.
Wow, did all three of us get haircuts this week?
I know, right?
Oh my gosh. We should have all planned to do it at the same hour and like take pictures. Like we were all getting it at the same
Mark,
time.
Yeah,
are
you'd
we
see
gonna
me sitting there with the buzzer just doing it myself.
Are we gonna do a live haircut on stream, Mark?
I don't know, man. Mark's got pretty luscious locks.
He's got
right now,
luscious
and
locks
got
going. I'm
deep
so
nose.
jealous. There's that
He's
one
looking
point, like,
good.
my hair was getting so long, I was like, gosh, I hate it, but, like, Mark's pulling it off, though. I was like, nah, I can't do it. It's like two people walking in with, like, bandanas on, he just can't pull it off, so.
I mean, if he keeps this up, if you get a little bit of this going, then you can totally do, like, an Aragon thing coming up.
Yes.
It'll look great.
Stop it.
Right?
I'll go buy him a cloak. He can wear his hood off.
The cloak and broken
So, with
blades.
that, we'll let Mark have his opportunity to present himself.
The one with the most luscious locks, last but not least. Mark from Marquee Gaming.
Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm Mark. And yeah, today I will be playing Zachary, an ASMR sorcerer and bard. And having a lot of fun. Come check us out on Sundays too. See Mike's running character on our channel, which is awesome. So, good times.
Perfect. Wow, we went through announcements real quick this week. This is weird. Let me shout out Marquee Gaming real quick. They are amazing. They're the reason, the push that got me A, back into streaming, but B, back into DMing. So I had actually given up DMing a year and a half ago. So just to see how far we've gotten, 43 freaking episodes in, it's just wild. So, and then a special shout out as well to @VixDraws from Top Down Tabletop, whatever. You guys know. It's in there in the Discord. I always get it wrong. And Birthday Shark. So last week we had our Fates United one shot for the new year, which was a lot of fun. You can go check it out in the VOD. But so just special thanks to both of you for that as well. That being said, I think we could sit around and we'll just talk and take questions for another hour, right? You guys are. Nah, instead of that, let's roll that intro.
Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides, corrupting all the good inside. They will travel the hard way, igniting light through the untamed. Wilderness won't disguise the elements sent to destroy the fragile weave of destiny. Just one of the many evils sent to break the world. Protect them as legend unfolds. Pull on threads of fate, strings of time, metal clash as they climb. Champions of the sky, sun, moon, ocean, ally. Seek the path where darkness hides. Bring light to where evil abides. Come on, roll the dice. As heroes take the fight.
So, settling back down after that hype intro. Thank you guys all so much. We're going to start Fates United. Last time, 2 weeks ago, back in our canon timeline, it is the year something 500. Let me look at my notes. As the one shot took place in the year 190, it is now the year 515. Heading back in, our Chosens have gone to the city of Anali, which you can see below me. A large city built from one of the affinities on one of the ley lines that goes through the mountains. The city is built upon a grand central marble tower with 9 different ones circling it. And throughout the rest of the city at 2 different areas, it seemed that our Chosens, the 4, who have been blessed by the deities of this world, who have offered them powers to be champions to fight against corruption, have come to Vanali to try and find a special artifact, a rock, that should potentially help them in a ritual going in the future. Knowing through their time at at the school, so many names,
Sandorium.
the Satorium, 2 S names right next to each
Get
other.
it. Get it.
Haven't talked about it in a while. Anir, who was originally from the desert, but his people, once the dwarves, who are now extinct, were spreading in war, were refugees that ended up landing here in Vanali because of their search for arcane magics. Anir is here, but they found that there is a bit of a chase system, a separation of levels between the natives here from Vanali and outcomers, foreigners, and that they're looking for representation and a voice. It seems that tensions are rising. However, on top of that, our Chosens, especially Zachary, has brought here to look for some of his family who has been separated for their own safety. They did, after defeating a woman named Black Viper, who has been kind of haunting them and tried to get away but couldn't at the last minute, was defeated. They were able to return 2 of his brothers. Unfortunately, 1 is still missing. They answered before the council and was able to examine the body, and through some amazing investigation and medicine rolls, they were able to determine that what looked like a suicide poison pill could have potentially been foul play. While also doing that, they went to go down and pay their respects to a academy kid who died in that battle, and it seemed that his soul had somehow been touched by corruption. But with Zachary's new powers and their combined efforts, he seemed to have been able to be freed and seems to lay at rest. Also helping Anir, he has a set of trials that he wants to get through so that he can get a seat on the council and have representation for his people. They've agreed to help with the Chosens, and so that has been set up by the council. They did say that it'll be ready in 2 days. But we were wrapping up last week a little bit. Some of the details are that it can be pushed back if need be. You guys are in the morgue now, there at the city. Do you guys want to do anything more? Or if you were just heading back? But a reminder that you do have magic items to pick up at the Scroll Striker Sal's, whatever you want. Oh. It is now Tuesday evening of the week. Getting late. What are you guys doing?
Is there anything that we need to do else, do you think? Or investigate?
I mean, do we still need to find the artifact that we're missing?
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
don't
where
think-
to start with that, though.
I don't either.
Maybe wherever your brother is at.
Maybe we can talk to the Scroll Striker and see what he thinks about that path.
Yeah. Do you think that maybe your brother was taken with it?
I mean, it sounded like he walked in on something. So possibly.
Yeah. Hmm.
Oh,
We
you
go
guys
back
heading
there?
back there?
Yeah, I can't think of anything else we need to do here.
Sure. You guys leave the kind of holding area where they had kind of laid to rest the body for future burial time and reasons. But you slowly make your way out of the grand central tower and where the main council lives. Walking through, you can see the academy with some of the torches on for some of the late studyings. There's a big library there, different housing behind it as well. But you make your way through some of the streets, and there are, from the other side, a very warehouse and industrial section. You can even see carved into the mountain some of these furnaces and fires working. At what end, you're not quite sure. But walking through the streets, it kind of gets into a cobblestoned area with very ornate housing. As you know, that, at least from what you picked up, seems to be a lot of the scroll strikers where they live. Some of the houses, as you walk through, you notice are absent and empty, and some are filled with light and people moving around. Well, you make your way back to Scroll Strikers. He's inside. You see the two brothers are downstairs eating, and Scroll Striker is currently sitting in a seat reading a book and kind of writing notes at like a little side desk that he has. That is Scroll Striker Ikore Tao, which I'll put in the chat because a lot of people
For
actually
the
said they
reminder.
prefer that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need a reminder, so apparently I can't even remember some of my names.
Are we still knock on the front door, or we just come on in type of level with him?
What do you do?
Well, I'll knock on the front door. We've not been told like just come on in. So
That's true, yeah.
Yeah, we'll knock on the door.
You knock and he goes, "Yes, who is it?
that's us.
Come on in.
Okay.
Your brothers live here. Come on."
Yay.
We didn't want to be rude by just coming in.
Who's under disguise?
No one.
Okay.
No one?
Yeah.
We're
Just
just ourselves.
But yeah, any of you that have any sort of connection to the magic items on you, you feel suddenly suppressed as you walk through the door. If you have proficiency in Arcana, and you have that connection, or proficiency in religion, you would have a connection to your chosen items, and you could feel that specifically.
Does this suppress every magic item?
For the most part, yes. At least, unless he gives special circumstance for. So like the sending stones and things like that.
Should I, as a player, like pay attention to that with like rolls, especially with intelligence?
Meaning, at the moment you don't have it. But once you guys get those would be items that would be allowed because those were stuff that he's giving to you into the vault. So that'd be included in things that he allows access to here.
Hmm.
Okay.
You,
So should we go pick those up? then?
especially with your connection there, you kind of get the idea that there seems to be almost like a level of control or with him, the one casting the rune, what it's actually affecting. So
Okay.
he hasn't really had a chance to examine or you haven't asked him to like include your items yet or anything. So but yeah, he did have a previous conversation with you that in thanks for the safety for the brothers, and which kind of a mutual relationship and an ongoing help to find the artifact and what you're doing is chosen. So he wanted to offer you each choice from a magic item from his extensive kind of archive. Yeah, he kind of mentions that. Says it's upstairs in the same room that you investigated earlier with the broken window. The window is fixed, but you all four are more than happy to find something that you would find useful.
We can pick anything that we want.
Yes. Besides, of course, the artifact I was looking for, there's nothing up there that I wouldn't part with.
It's appreciated.
Thank you.
You guys remember that he has like a lot of items that seem to be kind of not accessible unless he brings them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what all the items do?
Of course. I mean, I'd have to, of course, see them, but I could, let you know what they do or help you understand items if you're not familiar with them.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Which he definitely does. He'd walk up there with you and kind of go through the whole volume of things, and they're kind of nicely stacked in boxes with numbers, and kind of flip through like a book that he has of notes of like studies and things that he's been either experimenting on or archiving for whatever use the council of the city needs later. So no need to RP each magic item, but if you guys could go around and announce what you grabbed so the chat knows.
As Kahu was digging through, he found a peculiar looking belt that he hadn't seen before, and in discussing it with the scroll striker, he is it it's Ecor, right? Tau?
Ecor Tau. Mm-hmm.
Ecor Tau, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to make sure I'm pronouncing it right.
Ecor. Yeah, Ecor Tau. Sorry.
Ecor Tau.
Yeah.
Yeah, in talking with him about it, found out that it was something that could help enhance his strength a little bit further. And he felt that could be useful. And so he has picked up a belt of hill giant strength.
Nice. I will reflavor it just slightly in this game. It is not a hill giant, but a belt of dwarven strength. So it is something that came from the desert, and is dwarven made, but it has the same effects.
Okay.
But just kind of like for your knowledge in game. So there are giants in this game, but they seem to be a historical race that kind of grew into the Goliaths, and were more of the there's not too many now in the world. So.
Or halflings in disguise.
There you go.
Or that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I think Anais would dig through a little bit and probably ask a lot of questions about each one.
Oh, more than happy to.
Kind of dissecting what they do, but
he pulls out this one specifically that's like a necklace of beads. But then as he breaks it down, he goes, I really thought this was actually nicer, but now that I actually cast Identify, it's just really just a necklace of bless.
Bless its heart.
You're lucky I'm in a good mood today.
For everyone that doesn't know on this, after last session, we were sitting down going through magic items, and Rachel's like, I want this. It was like a necklace that you roll for what effects it has.
It was a necklace of prayer beads.
It was really cool.
D20 for what it was. It was really cool. You could get a bead of like greater restoration, or there's
planar
bless,
ally.
there's cure wounds. Planar ally. I rolled all under 6, so it was literally just a necklace of a bunch of bless spells, like 6 of them. It was so bad.
And I felt so bad. It was like someone
bad.
rolling ones on like their stat, like all across the board.
The first roll was like, oh cool. The second roll was like, okay.
Two's fine. And we're like, no way, there can't be.
Bless.
So yeah, I was like, so that is what that necklace would be, but I'll let you choose something else if you don't want it.
Horrible.
So you kind of both look at each other and slowly just put it back up on the shelf. What does the dice actually choose?
Yeah, she picks it is another kind of like necklace. It looks sort of like a bit of it has some, I think, probably is it? I'm so sorry. I was trying to say it's affinity,
Vile?
right?
Oh, affinity.
Right? Is that what the god names are?
The affinities?
Yes.
Yeah.
All I thought was affiliate, and it got stuck in my head over and over, and all I could think of
It's
was
our
affiliate,
1 year affinity anniversary.
Yeah, I
Really
can
showing
see
we've
it
been
right
playing
there.
three.
Wow, guys,
Oh my
tonight we are
gosh.
really off on names.
Oof.
Solstier, Cynthia,
Okay. It's
That's
bad
not new
today.
though.
Skull Crushers. Yeah, we got
Oh,
this.
yeah, it's bad. I'm not intelligent. My intelligence
No, I
keeps
love
rolling
it.
at,
That's
like,
what
a
you get on a
negative.
Thursday night, guys.
Woo!
This is Fates United.
Yeah.
What you
Oh
see
my
is what you
gosh.
get.
No, I got it has like some affinity symbols on it, and
it.
it is a necklace of, I forgot the official name, but essentially what it is I get a free channel divinity, and it also bumps up my spell savings throws and attacks.
Ooh.
Super
So,
awesome. Super
Thanks,
dope.
John, for showing me this existed.
Yeah.
You saved me.
Amulet
Hold
of the
up.
Devout.
All our books.
Perfect.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Amulet of the Devout. That's right.
Yeah, thank you. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's a beautiful
Well-
one. So the center is a little bit of a round one with a tree that represents the ancient one, the different symbols of the affinities going around with slightly different colored gems as well.
That's
Wait.
similar to my necklace. Except mine's just normal.
And
Yours
Awesome.
better.
yours better.
So last two, what'd you guys pick?
I go through and I look at rings and necklaces and capes and boots and all of the things. And then I find this cape that looks kind of plain, but I could use another cloak. And I ask him what it is. And it's the wings of flying. So when I speak a command word, it turns into wings on your back for an hour, or until you repeat the command word as an action, and it disappears after the hour and then comes back you can't use them again for 1d12 hours, so roll. But yeah, so they'll turn into beautiful Luna moth wings, because Luna moth, and they're so pretty, and I am drawing that, yes. I'm excited.
Perfect.
I will
like
take
that one.
these. And yeah.
Now Zakai can have wow, I'm blanking out, the Disney movie Aladdin scene.
I mean,
Guys, it's a night.
Zach's only worked for a minute, so.
Yeah.
But she can carry those, so it's fine.
And I'm.
But that's the what if fan fiction of this world. It's not canon.
Yeah,
so.
gosh.
But Zachary, kind of the last one, as you're combing through page by page and read every single one. What does Zachary come rest
So
on?
Zach, looking for things to help his mind, finds a thin, kind of half circlet band, very thin golden, that's a headband of intellect that he'll put on.
Perfect. Very fitting. Perfect. So you guys all attune to them if you need to, or kind of get used to them. And the rest of the night, you guys have a chance to speak with Ikora Tao or the two brothers if you have any more questions with them. But Ikora offers you ramen and noodles. Very good. It's pork based. It's delicious. If you like that. But yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Well, because he was helping like identify all of this, I just wanted to ask like if our weapons were magical. Well, we know Zach's is, but like I'll just hand him my thing and see what he thinks of it, since he's been gracious and, you know, we're chosens.
Okay, so you're handing over your chosen weapon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He kind of looks at it, and you do now kind of see that sparkle of just research and experimenting and seeing something up close that he maybe hasn't seen before. But as he's examining, he's like, I've read certain witness reports of other weapons in the past, but I've never been able to see anything up close. This is quite exquisite, and you see his eyes kind of shine over a little bit as he cast Identify. Interesting. Zachary, you are arcanely taught as well. You know how to identify items as well, right?
Yeah.
Tell me, what do you identify when you do this?
I'll cast Identify.
As you cast Identify on her weapon, you know it's magical. And there is a sense of a bead of knowledge that there's more to it than has been awakened. But it's almost like it also shows as just non-magical to you, as like a simple item. You know it is, but there's something not connecting with your Identify spell to it. Do you, as a chosen, read any more into that?
No. Is this the same type of thing that happens with my staff? Like, have I?
Yours is
experienced
different.
that?
With your staff, you feel that connection, and you know there is more to it. It doesn't seem to be fully awakened, but everything up to now with what it can do, the +1, the blinding, the magical part of it, is something that's known to you when you do that.
Okay, so it's the only weapon I've ever seen something like this happen with.
Yeah, I mean, unless you've taken the time to actually study their other weapons before. I know you've done magic items, but have you specifically identified their weapons?
I mean, I would have probably wanted to if they would have let me, but
Now
Sure.
you have the
Do you guys
chance.
want to say that at some point, like during your travels, that he has?
I mean, right now is the perfect time because
Yep.
I mean, if
Now
you
that
want to
Mika
say
was
now,
thinking
it's
about
fine.
it, yeah.
Sure.
Maybe the magic comes from us, on the
I mean,
inside.
I don't get the same feel from my staff as your blade. So I'll try the others.
Yeah, both Ikore kind of like ask for yours, and they kind of do like a little round robin as you guys like identify everything. So it takes, you guys are doing this for 30-40 minutes as they're both like ritually casting this, but
I'm not ritually, I'm just
you're
casting.
just casting. Okay. Ikore sees it as like, okay, fine, and just cast it. Same thing. You get that same feeling with the other two, where there's no explanation or reading or identifying of what their abilities are, minus the fact that you've seen them or heard what they can do. Except for yours.
Maybe it does have something to do. Like maybe it's only when I'm holding it or accessing that you can feel it. Because if you're identifying the thing that you're connected to, then I mean you're holding your own thing. So maybe it's like that connection is there.
So one of you three need to learn how to cast this spell and try it on your own thing. Get to work.
That's easier said than done.
That is
But it's
a good theory, though, if the powers are only readable by you.
It's true. I mean, when we use it, our things glow. We had to use that in front of the thing today.
I don't believe Zachary's had glown when he identified. I'm a scholar of arcane, not grammar, so glown. I don't know.
Glow. Did it glow?
It had glown.
Yeah.
Glow.
Sorry, I just never heard the word gloon before.
Has it glown before?
Is it glue?
I didn't know if it glown for you.
But yeah.
But yeah, he seems just to be really pensively and thinking, almost like it seems that he's forgotten that you guys are there, as he's like just kind of going back and mumbling to himself of different theories he can come up with why or what this means.
Anais just kind of like looks at Zach and signs, "Why does this matter?" I don't
I don't know.
understand. Okay.
It just seems like there's more to it, and maybe a special connection that you have with your own item. I don't know.
Do you feel you've unlocked something more knowing your connection to it through this ability?
Have I unlocked anything? No.
Can you each activate the other person's weapon? You speak of other abilities.
I don't think we've ever tried to.
I turn
mean,
my
like-
thing into a bow staff and I throw it over to Anais.
I literally said to do the same thing to you. We both just
Oh.
to each other's weapons.
2 bows. Okay. All right. Or no,
Don't
bow
shoot the
staff.
bow.
Right? Yeah.
Bow staffs.
But yeah.
Don't shoot the bow, please. It's really loud. Please
He
don't.
just shakes it and doesn't do anything like a glow stick.
Do I feel anything if I do this?
No. You try and reach for the string. You've seen Anais do it plenty of times. Anais,
then-
you attempt to change his weapon. Nothing.
I like shake it, just like very firmly.
Feels like just like you picked up a bow staff from any other.
I'm gonna think of it turning into a spear. She shakes it.
Nothing.
Can I transform my own weapons?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just transform them.
Dagger to like a little bit of a shorter Kensai weapon.
Yeah, it was the round,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
chakrams.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just toss it back to Kahu.
I'll catch it and I'll toss the bow back to you.
As soon as you
Yeah.
do, Anais, you feel just that little bit of spark of electricity kind of like touches you, and you both kind of feel that connection to your weapon again.
But do we? Because then when we came in, you said that we don't.
To your magic items, not your weapons.
Yeah, he said the
Oh.
weapons were exempt, like we still felt the
Oh,
connection.
right. Yeah.
These don't
Um,
seem to be suppressed by that same element.
Gotcha.
Uh, a nice signs. When I first got this, I felt like I should never just leave it alone. Like I should always keep it with me.
Probably smart.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever felt that, but I've always
Fascinating.
learned to keep my weapon near me, so
I always have it under my pillow.
that sounds uncomfortable.
No, they lay flat. It's fine.
You have a. I say I put my hand under the pillow. You never cut yourself?
She has little things for each blade, like her horn.
You little.
Just a little like Nerf pool noodle around.
Pool pole,
I'm
yeah.
done. Stream's over, guys. I can't speak
I-
tonight.
I think what she would
Poodle.
do, she just gets a loaf of bread every night and just that just has it. So when she wakes up in the morning, she's ready to eat.
Just a little
These are
flat
my sword
pita.
baguettes. These are my sword baguettes. Yeah.
But yeah, Okori, just kind of, it's interesting. And he kind of grabs like just a book off of his library and kind of begins just reading about different magical items and identifying.
I thought that you might think that these were interesting since you have all of these other items.
I think they're immensely fascinating. I'm trying to understand how or why it did that. I think the best theory would be that it seems to be connected directly to you as the affinity, but that's interesting.
Well, our symbol things only glow when we use the weapons, so. Or the items, rather. They're not all weapons.
Right. Fascinating. Kind of like grabs another book of like descriptions of other chosens throughout the ages.
You
By
ever heard of
the
anything
way-
like this?
Both. What?
Just, can we use our other magic items around here?
Oh, right. Sure. Yes. He just kind of like does a detect magic, and then you kind of see him unactivate the gem and then recast it. And if you're proficient in Arcana, or Arcana for your magic items, religion for these, you feel the connection to them. Which I guess the religion, the connection with the whole time was up. So, but anything that is directly affinity, elemental would be kind of under that religion, versus like the Arcana.
Thanks.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
Sure. You guys have proven yourself trustworthy and helpful. Thank you. Sorry if I was guarded when you first came. I'm sure you can understand.
Sorry that we were rude. Well, I was rude, at least.
We're all guarded around strangers.
I am used to debate with other strikers. You were all on your best behaviors. Maybe not best, but good behaviors.
And Ice just smirks but doesn't say anything. Obviously, she doesn't even sign anything. She's kinda like,
He knows.
mm.
Yeah. You guys can, you're just kind of there just for the rest of the night. Just seems to be studying and kind of theorizing.
What's your take on Anir and his group?
Well, like I said before, they are different-minded, but there is value in understanding everyone's points of views and learning from different cultures and from what they stand for, but there has to be an understanding of institutions and procedurals, how they are set up, and I think there's been frustration growing over the years, and I am worried that the more and more talk of violent action, it's dangerous. Violence does not solve much unless it is for protecting or defending. Sure you all understand that to an extent by now.
Far too well. You personally, though, what are your thoughts on Anir specifically, not just his group?
I'll be honest, I haven't had enough interaction with him directly to make a judgment, but he came to your aid against this Viper lady. He's been hardworking to be a pillar for his people, attempting the trials many times more than I would have. Seems hardworking, but again, I do not know him personally enough to make a judgment call.
Just curious as to why he led us to you specifically. He's someone worth talking to.
If he knew that I was keeping wards of the state that looked like Zachary, then I would assume that would be.
That's fair. It's almost as though he talked as though
He didn't know.
there was some reason why it would not be beneficial for him to come with us.
Anais will say in Kaguya's head / sign. I just assume it's up most of the time. You could always tell me if it's not for Kahu. But she'll say, well, he doesn't like getting in this part of town to begin with, right? It's not really like welcome.
That is fair.
Yeah, Akori just again, I haven't sat down and had conversations with Anir. I wouldn't know his intentions on what he said.
You said that you wouldn't be attempting it that many times. How many times did it take you?
Oh no, I have not made any attempt to sit on the council. I maybe
right.
in my later years, but I am not one for politics. I enjoy my study. Be free to advance in the arcane and what we can use it for.
It's fair. Do you know anything about the tower? Like things to expect, or is it like a, they set it up for individuals?
I mean, there's more lore and tavern talk about it than anything. But, I mean, I know there are 9 levels. It's known to be progressively hard. I think you have 9 hours to complete.
Oh, so it's a timed.
It is. It does seem to be a little bit of a political game. It almost seems that for a solo, there's only been 2 in history that have ever accomplished it without aid. So, it seems with the backing of others skilled, there have been talk of those that have money or have influence to be able to get through it easier.
How
That's
many
it.
more? I mean, how many more people are taken along at once? Like, is there like an average amount?
I'll be honest, I don't know the specifics on that one.
I mean,
From
they're
what I have
letting all of
heard,
us
it's
help.
supposedly able to. The arcane reacts to the number of people and tests specifically the qualities of the person that attempts it. I mean, these trials have been around supposedly since the days what's his name? Deloy?
What's the Earth?
Yeah. Those are affinities.
Okay.
Nope, that's the wrong list. Yeah, Deloy. About to say a different name. Since Deloy had established this city, so there's supposed to be some of the magics either that he directly gave or those that directly learned magic from him had established.
Oh, that's interesting.
I do find it quite interesting. I don't pretend to be a expert on the affinities, though.
And I will sign to him with this artifact. Where do you think we should go next? And Zach's brother, of course, but it seems like they're hand in hand.
And you're asking about the one that was stolen specifically, right? Yeah. Have you guys haven't mentioned why you're here about the affinity artifact, right? Tim?
I don't think so.
Nope.
I'll be honest, I don't know. The fact that you were able to find your brothers was way more than any of the city guard had been able to do, and though there are many that desire some of the artifacts that the Academy and Finale has created, I don't have a specific enemy or person in mind that would have an agenda to find it. I don't know many that were even aware of it, to be honest.
But yeah, what do we do about it?
Hope that you end up finding it. I don't know if your connections to the affinities give you some sort of extra connection to be able to deduce anything, but my hopes is that you would return it. It's powerful. Could be dangerous in the wrong hands.
Do you have any notes or anything on it that we might be able to?
Fortunately, I am... He's like mincing his words very carefully. I am unable, literally unable, to offer any of that.
Fair.
Are we able to find any of that you don't offer to us?
If you were to meet with the dean of the academy and get special access to private and confidential notes on their research and projects, potentially, but you would probably have to be initiated and go through certain magical arrangements and contracts.
Let's all become magic students.
You all do need to learn to identify stuff.
It is true. I mean, we could,
Listen.
if we could just make that happen, that would answer a lot of my questions for tonight.
I have a couple spells, but they are for fighting and entertainment.
I mean, didn't you say one of your rings over there held spells? Can't you just use that to let people identify things?
Are you speaking about the ring of spell storing?
I think it's
I was
called
looking at.
Yeah.
looking at that one.
I believe that typically you still have to have the innate ability to cast that spell. It just allows you more energy stored to be able to cast it. If I'm incorrect.
You're incorrect.
I am incorrect. I was thinking about a different item. Oh, that one.
Yeah, that's that little gold one with the little pretty purple.
You can throw in
jewelry.
any frickin' spell in there, Mike.
Yeah.
It's so cool. I was this close to
you-
picking it.
Sorry,
you
I know
want
that they were
to-
over. I know
Right.
they were overlapping. But
There's
yeah,
a lot of them that are very similar, but yes,
there's a lot.
item 328. My fault. Yes.
Yeah.
If you need to borrow that and attempt that, you could give that a try.
What kind of spells could you put in it for us?
I'd have to look it up. What is it?
I mean, anybody
can
can
put-
cast a spell and do it up to think level
What's the item?
5.
What's the
Ring
item?
and spell
Ring of spell
storing.
storing.
5 levels of spells.
5 level
Yeah.
spells.
Yep, I used it before, and it's really cool. I did a lightning bolt, and I felt cool.
It's pretty sweet.
The ring, but touch the ring.
When you get a bonus item.
Oh, we don't have to get it. I was just noting in his vast array of things, that was one of the things in there that he was talking about.
That is what I was thinking about, though.
Damn. I was thinking, what am I thinking of? An Iron Stone or something? I was thinking of the one from Critical Role. Was the one I was thinking of.
You're probably thinking of Pearl of Power.
Probably.
Mm-hmm.
So anyone can.
Such
That's really cool.
little thing.
Otherwise treated as if you cast a spell. The spell cast in the ring is no longer stored in it.
There, you can put a bunch of identifies in that.
Yes. Yeah. You can make that an effort.
Well, or something else. Maybe there's something more powerful magic that you know.
If you want to borrow it for identify, yes. There's,
He's
a
like,
bit,
"I'm not
there's a
gonna
bit of a DM speaking through the core right now.
Yeah.
I think he has been more than generous with us.
No, he has.
I
Or
just
maybe
think
it
if this curiosity wants to be sated, it's a method to see if it would work. I don't know.
It will tap me for the day, but taps 3 more. Hands you the ring.
Oh, who?
Whoever takes it.
Hold on, I
will-
need to double check something here.
That's
6
serious.
Roll
You already have it, Zach. It's not.
initiative.
It
You
You
does,
are
have to learn
fine.
it yourself, you cheaters.
it does require attunement, so we have to wait through at least a short rest, I think.
Yeah, which is very easy. I'm 15 minutes, 30 minutes. Just
Yeah,
to
it's just a little.
make sure that which I have been going back and forth on whether I want you to attune to your chosen weapons or not, but I think at the moment we'll say no. In the future,
Okay.
possibly, but
Oh boy.
yeah.
That'll change things for me.
I'm gonna have to think about that one. But
Yeah.
who wants to attempt to identify?
Then you take it, Makai.
Yeah, you took it
Yeah,
first.
I will take it.
Okay. You guys kind of continue discussing, going back and forth. Eventually, you do feel that connection to it, and you can recognize that there are 3 stored spells of identify in that
Mhm.
ring. And
Look, Zach, I can cast it now. It's a miracle.
Yeah, way to go.
I'm a fast learner. I'm gonna cast on my weapon.
you just kind of see both Ikora and Zachary be like, "That's not how studying works," but okay. We'll see how this is in a week when these spells are gone. But yeah, you cast it, and instantly you can feel this connection and understanding of your weapon. Again, anything up to now, the abilities that you have been given, the shape-shifting ability on it, the extra branding, the extra smite that stores in it, and the fact that it's a +1 magic item. There's also a bead of almost like a tail of magic of more in the future about it, that it
Mhm.
seems to be certain more abilities that are unawakened.
And I'll repeat that as I talk about it.
Well then, seems that theory could be correct. Either two of you want to attempt that?
Anais?
Here you go.
Why not? Take that.
You guys take the time to attune. Same thing.
Yeah.
For both of you, if you guys end up attempting to identify it, that you, same thing. All the abilities up to now with it and the connection and how it works. Anais
Curious.
specifically, Anais and Zachary. Zachary, you would have already known this, but Anais, when you grab it, and it's something you already did know, but you can now feel as concrete, that these weapons have been used before.
Mm-hmm.
So Meikai and Kahu, you feel that these are not connected to anybody else.
Because they were made for us.
Cool.
The story to be told through them.
Not history. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, Kahu, as soon as you cast that, you feel the ring go innate.
Then I'm done, I will hand the ring back.
Thank you.
That was a
Ties it back up, puts it back.
interesting experience. I appreciate it.
Magic is fun.
Well, seems that all four of you have some sort of inclination with different types of arcane or innate abilities.
Mm-hmm.
So differently. Not each magic, there's not one that is the same. Everyone forms it differently, and most of us that don't have your chosen abilities, takes time, effort, many years of study to master and learn a new skill in the arcane. I actually theorize eventually this world could go devout of magic without the use of these gems that we're developing.
Really?
Seems that the longer history goes from the direct correlation with the affinities, the lesser the magic within that manifests is.
As though corruption itself is drawing from its wellspring.
Is that only true for this human side, or is that true for primordial side as well?
To be honest, many studies have ended after the Great Divide, but it seemed to be affecting both. It kind of half points towards an ice. As you can see, certain races have turned violent and desperate with their lack of magic. Not you, just...
I mean, there's
Yeah.
a lot of bad elves, but she's a very, very good.
Not all the same.
Yeah.
Just a good apple in a bad bunch, I guess, you know?
As long as you're not on her bad side, you're just fine.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a game face right there.
And so Nimes is like watching everyone sort of stumble over, like, oh, not you though. And this is like,
Well, I'm not racist, I'm really not.
unaffected by this.
Yeah, but I know a lot of... There's a good number of tieflings that I know that we can all do like a thaumaturgy type spell, but it's not very strong, but
Very
that's
at
just
the-
the kind of thing.
Simple cantrip level, yes.
Yeah. But it's interesting.
And nice will sign. So how were such powerful items made, like what you gave us, if magic is getting harder and harder to...
Well, there is a
Yeah.
study for enchanting, but there are natural... I mean, you have one around your neck, it seems. Natural gems that hold this connection to the ley lines and the magic of the elementals. I mean, really, if you think about it, everything in this world is supposedly connected somehow to an elemental. So It's the stronger connection and the stronger manifestation of that element.
So these I mean, the fact that you have all of these magic items is very impressive.
I mean, that's what we're here to do, study how they work. Many of them were made from the time of the affinities or some of the generations after that knew how to craft these. And there are some professors who want to upkeep that enchantment style of study, but it's not as easy. So it is turned to what they call Magitech, be more technology-based, powered by these arcane gemstones. Still not
Like
sure
the
exactly where
airships.
the source of the power comes from, but quite interesting. Yeah, just like the airships. Many of the blacksmith furnaces here are lighting electricity.
I've heard about ley lines.
Yeah, there were quite a few researchers back in the day. There's actually an elf researcher who's actually quite well spoken of it back in the day, but it's been a while since I've heard anyone really focus in on the ley lines. They're hard to find. There are certain cities that tend to be bastions of these ley lines more than not. No one's been able to specifically map them.
This is
Interesting.
very this is interesting. Well,
Almost like I've spent a year and a half thinking about it straight in my head. So
that's a long time.
nosebleed.
As like we're like the brothers are in the room with us, right?
At this point, the younger one's probably gone up to bed. The other one's like, you look over and he's like had a book and is just kind of like nodding off to this conversation and trying to stay up with the big kids, but not handling it well. It is starting to get pretty late.
Are we staying here for the evening, or are we going back to the inn?
Oh,
I'm more than happy to stay here if you wish. Either way. I understand if you also would like your privacy.
Well, if I stay here, do you happen to have any chalk and some ground I could write on?
Yeah, I'm sure I could get the chalk for you. The ground? I mean, do you just want to go outside, or do you need, like, a pot of it?
everybody's like, what?
Well, like the attic or something would be fine.
The
I want
attic?
you to face your property.
I can clean it up afterwards, it's fine.
Sure.
Just a nice like, what do you do? What? What are you
Just
doing?
graffiti and Kalistar
Little stick figures.
and Corey.
Family.
What he's gonna do is practicing and stuff.
I think I know what
It's
you're
just... No, just... I want to attempt something.
Well, of course.
Trying?
Which, Zach, did you happen... Do you remember the circle? At the Centaurium?
Yeah.
Do you happen to have a sketch or anything written down about how that was laid out?
I will grab a piece of paper and draw it for him.
Direct from memory.
Here.
Yeah, and Corey kind of it's like going through his like spell components and finds like a chalk that's like made for writing like the arcane runes and stuff. So.
Oh. I mean, if
So-
you want to follow me, you can, but is it alright?
I want to watch what's going to happen.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
We're all like,
I'm just... You can come, it's fine.
I've never done it when people are watching.
did you need some of the stuff, Kahu?
No, I don't need the stuff. I'm trying to learn to do it without any stuff. So I'm going to go upstairs, and using the image that Zach drew,
Sure.
I'm going to attempt to lay out that same pattern.
Okay.
And then, to the best of my remembrance and understanding, I'm going to... Well, so I'm going to draw out that pattern, and then using the runes I understand and know, I'm going to put the runes into each of those areas for the different affinity groups. And then I'm going to draw a circle in the center.
Okay.
And I'm going to connect all those lines into that circle in the center. And then I'm going to sit in the center of the circle with the dagger that was Amaya's. And I'm going to attempt to use all of that as a method of focusing further.
Sure.
Before you do that, Kahu, Zach's going to ask, how do you feel like you connect best to whatever you're trying to do?
Right now, it's mostly just been me trying to focus on something that I have personal desires or something for or towards.
Do you feel like it's more like your head or your senses or like something internal though? Like what?
I'd say it's more internal. You ever close your eyes and try to find yourself?
Then I will touch you and cast enhance ability for Eagle Splendor. Then if it's charisma based, I'll go that one. You have advantage on charisma checks.
I was about to ask, and we've switched so many times. Do we go charisma or wisdom with you?
Our wisdom.
Okay, then I'll do the other one. If it's Owl's wisdom, then
Cool.
Okay.
whatever you say it fits with.
By the way, this actually came up in yesterday's game. This is how I prefer narrative speaking on statistics between characters. So I don't like when it's like, hey, is it, what's your +4 or something? So I really appreciate that RP. Both of you guys get inspiration. So cool. You feel clear-headed with him casting the spell. So you guys like all four in the attic right now, like a little crawl attic, like at the
T-posing around. I'm just
Okay,
kidding. Yeah,
sure.
just watching
like
around.
he's in the large part of it.
Be here for a little bit just to watch for a second.
Yeah.
After he does that, I think Kao's gonna feel something different hit, and he wants to try something different. And he's going to erase the middle circle, and he's going to draw 2 circles with a connecting line between them, then connect it into everything else.
Okay.
And, well, it'll be like 2 circles, then a little small circle. Those
Okay.
all connected to each other.
Within the runes, or are you saying like for someone else to sit with you?
Yeah, so it'd be like all the runes. Like I'd be sitting here, the runes are all the way around. Someone else to sit here, and then there'll be a small circle for like an item to go on to.
Okay. Cool.
Mekai.
I thought you were going to ask Zach.
The Kore is just like sitting there with his like head like up.
I think if I can make this work, I think it's needed for you right now. Do you mind sitting there?
Sure.
Do you have something of Sakar's?
A dried up noodle.
No! This was the last noodle on his cheek.
I just couldn't get rid of it.
Nibbling. Anyways, alright, I'm gonna sit. And I'm gonna take out the little, like, extended pole thing.
And put that in that center circle.
Yep.
And I'll sit down on the other side and I'll...
Good luck, you guys. I believe you both can do this, and I'll give you both Bardic Inspiration.
Oh, thank you, Zach. So kind.
So yeah, can you give Bardic more than once? It doesn't fade.
People can only have one for themselves.
Okay.
But I can give out multiple.
You can have
at a
multiples.
time,
Cool. Okay.
Good thing I am.
You have to
also
use it within the next 10 minutes, though.
It's a D6, right?
Wisdom
Yeah, it's a D6
based.
right now. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I like it.
Alright, I can't guarantee anything for you here, Makai. But I'm curious to see if there's any way I can... I have a hard time connecting to this myself still.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm curious to see if the more I can create focuses around me, if I might be able to also bring someone else with, and perhaps give people opportunities to say goodbyes.
Okay.
Is that something you're willing to try?
Sure.
I'm gonna reach my hands crossed.
Quick question of note.
Mhm.
Why am I blanking out? God, my memory is so bad tonight. Let's have it up. Ergon had given you some of that incense. Are you adding that in any of this to be used, or are you attempting directly on willpower? And plus these writings.
I will pull the incense to the side.
That's why I was asking if you needed the stuff.
Hey, Corey's just looking at what you're grabbing.
Yeah.
I know what that is.
Perhaps best not have any of the children around here.
Yeah, no.
The fact I'm trying to do so much more than I normally would in this scenario, I think I would do the incense because I'm taking a leap of faith here, and I need to do as much as I can.
Okay. So in doing that,
Hold on.
Sorry, I was trying to talk and I realized I was muted. I was just gonna say, and I seemed like fairly interested in all this, but then once, I feel like once people started talking about saying goodbyes to the other side, Anais just kind of like stands up and she just puts a hand on Makai's shoulder and signs good luck, and then she leaves.
Poor ding. Yeah, Corey, that was just leaving. Okay, goes back down the ladder. Bless you. Is he done? Is that it?
I'm going to get the incense going. Well, I guess I see Anais leave, so as I see Anais starting to leave, I'll at least throw towards her. I hope to learn how to do this for everyone someday.
She says...
Who wishes it?
Yeah, no, she says back it's good you're doing it for her. It's just, it can't happen for mine, so I don't think I can be here right now.
And then I'm going to get the incense going, and I am going to tell Makai to kind of go through the steps I've gone through of centering oneself, focusing in, and particularly thinking on that point, and I'm going to attempt to be a conduit for the situation.
Okay. You kind of take the...
Is Zach hanging out still with us?
I mean, just for like a moment to see if it works, and then I'll probably.
Oh
take
yeah,
off.
no, I don't mind if people stay. I was just curious.
But yeah, as you go to prep the incense, you actually go ahead and sprinkle it along the ley lines that you had written. You begin to light it. It almost ignites and fuses with the arcane chalk that you had put down. It begins to slowly rise up smoke. Makai, Kaho, as you breathe it in, it's very familiar to both of you of home.
Mm-hmm.
Of the various plants and the wildlife, and it's a very quick and easy jump for you to mentally leave Vinali and feel like you're back walking through the forest at home. So it's just very herbs and flowers, smells. Makai, I'm assuming you probably haven't partaked in anything similar to this before?
Not this kind of incense.
Cool. Give me a Constitution save.
Oh yeah, I'm fine. That is an 18.
Cool. It's the first step. You inhale it and kind of feel the burn in the back of your throat just for a second, but you feel your mind start freeing from its constraints here. Both give me wisdom checks with advantage.
Sweet. Wait, advantage and also bardic inspiration?
If you want it.
Thanks, Zach. Okay. $22.
Oh,
Thanks for bardic inspiration.
2. Okay.
Wisdom check, not save, correct?
Check. Yeah.
16.
Okay. That's with advantage and your bardic inspiration?
Yes.
Is it a D4 or a D6?
D6.
Yeah, I rolled a
Oh.
5 with advantage, but I rolled a 6
Hold
on
on.
my d6.
I rolled the wrong die.
I will
It's the same number.
let you know as well, you do have inspiration, so if you want to use that as a third dice, I'll give you the same thing I gave Zachary last time. You can attempt to re-roll, but you have to take the new roll regardless, if you want to use your inspiration. I mean, it's a good chance to go higher, but...
Oh, on the d20?
yeah, if you want a third one as like a super advantage to attempt it, but you're going to be stuck with that number.
Well, I just took it. That makes a huge difference.
I like where you guys are going with this. I want to give you guys all the chance to do it.
That puts me to a 25.
That's what you needed. As you inhale, and you can feel that same communal connection that you had with Ergon the last time you did this. Zachary, you can see first Kahu's symbol start glowing, and then Meikai's. What you also see is Kahu's eyes flash green. Similar to what he did when he touched the coffin. Both of you feel a rush and an out-of-body experience, and it's very similar to when you have these dreams or nightmares with Sundavir. It's kind of similar. Kahu, you being the conduit and the source of this, where are you directing Meikai?
I'm doing my best.
Are you attempting to go with her or go somewhere and direct her?
I think almost at the moment that kind of what I'm picturing, especially this being the first time, I'm almost like turning into the spiritual roadway for her in this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm not necessarily like I'm there, but it's more like a guiding light that has shown up, and it's not my consciousness because like too much of it is enveloped in being the conduit, if that makes sense.
So it's more like you're creating the scenario where she can go where she needs to go.
I'm giving her an opportunity. Yeah.
Like it. Okay. Just want to make sure. Reminds me a lot of Demon Slayer in the movie. Like they're having those scenarios. So Meikai, you can feel the connection to Kahu and his presence. But as you awaken your eyes, you are in a forest. Same one you've seen many times in your nightmares by Hanasuka. The same one that you had a picnic with June. But you feel Kahu and you look, and there's in the distance the sun coming up over a hill. It's radiating against your face. The wind flowing through the different leaves on the trees.
Mm-hmm.
Do you will yourself towards it? You feel yourself almost not even if having to take steps, but will yourself towards this light, and everything goes bright white. Where are you going? Are you focusing on Car?
Yeah. Because, I mean, he did tell me I've never done anything like this, so I'm just thinking about
I need you to give me a wisdom save.
Okay. Been doing good so far. A save.
Mm-hmm. Save this time.
I don't want to let go of the dice. I just keep rolling. Okay. 19.
Okay. You focus on Sir Carr, in your time with him. The private moments you had, conversations you've had, the arguments you've had, and the last time you saw him, kissing him, saying your farewell. You're no longer in a forest, but feel a cold wind separated from the sun, and it's dark. And you try and focus your eyes, letting your dark vision kind of settle. And you're in a crypt. Stone, brown and black around you, dirt on your feet. And before you, you can see a marble, almost like an altar slab with a body that's laid on it, covered with a white some sort of white, almost like blanket or kind of respectful banner over it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do? Two torches that are around but not lit.
I'll keep I'll approach it. I don't know how any of this works, but
You walk towards it, body, and reach out a hand. And behind, you hear his voice. Mekai?
wait, underneath the thing?
From behind
Or behind
you.
me?
As
Okay.
you're standing,
like-
you're standing over his body, but you hear a voice from behind you.
I'll look over.
You don't see Carr. But this person has his eyes. And a scar on his face. Long hair. You knew my brother, didn't you?
How do you know me?
Word gets around. How are
Is
you
he
here?
saying that?
And you
How's he
could-
saying the word gets around?
What do you mean? Like, you're...
Like in word gets around, or like word gets around.
Give me an insight check.
30-20.
It's hard to read. It has a lot of neutrality to it.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a slight scoff and almost that upturn of a nostril just for a brief second. And you kind of recognize just more of a... He's speaking to your being a chosen.
Mm. What was the brother's name? I don't remember it. Mekai knows it. I can't remember it though, because he did tell me about his brother. I can't remember. I was trying to flip through my notes, but...
Give me a second. No, that's not it. I would have to go back and check, to be honest with you. I don't have it in
Okay.
front of me.
Yeah. Let's just say I already know his name.
Sure.
Blah, blah.
I was gonna say we could change it, but I know it's in the video. We talked about it on in-game, right? It wasn't... Or are you just speaking like out of game?
That was an out of game
Was it an out of
thing.
game? Okay. I was about to say, I was like, I don't remember if I actually told you, unless it was in DM. So,
Yeah.
give me a second, because if
Sorry, guys.
yeah, you're fine. So I do want to give it to you.
Second best.
This one is
You have his eyes. Close enough.
good enough.
If I just do these.
And then Car from under the sheet is like, come on!
Gross.
Like right here.
Every
Have
time.
dignity. Every time.
It's been 2 weeks.
I think it's been a while since I've looked it up, but I'm pretty sure it's Avar.
Oh, that does sound familiar.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure. That's what we're gonna go with. Officially.
Okay.
What
How are you here, Avar?
I am trying to ask you. I was paying my respects. And he reaches out, and his hand goes right through you. You
I'm here.
realize you're projecting in the moment.
Yeah. Wait, are you alive?
What do you think?
I thought Carr said that you had died when you saved him in June.
I don't wish to speak of that.
Alright. I was here. I have a friend who trying to help me reach Carr, but
Friend?
mm-hmm.
And who would that be?
Carl?
So you're all together.
What vibe am I getting from this?
Give me another insight check. Creed.
Oh, that's
Gosh, I've been looking for this whole time. I was like, what's Carr's last name? So the
Yeah, Carr Creed.
Avar Creed. I
What is-
cannot remember any names tonight. I've rolled a nat 1 on history checks.
It's a 16?
So this would be Prince Avar Creed. What was that?
I said it's a 16.
It's hard to read. Very
Mm-hmm.
inquisitive. He's just trying to make sense, and you feel a genuine probing of questions.
I mean, just trying to do a spiritual connection, I suppose. I don't understand the magics myself.
Maybe we'll meet soon, then.
Maybe.
You loved him?
I don't know. I mean,
Give me
In
another
a
wisdom
way.
save.
okay. That's a 14.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Well, then good for him. He's there. And give him your wishes.
It's Truth be told, I just keep having these nightmares of him being in pain and being tortured by darkness, and I didn't know if we should come to the funeral or not. I didn't want to cause anybody distress or anything.
You put credence in nightmares, dreams.
Sometimes. You don't?
No, I don't dream. Not
I
anymore.
wish I didn't.
Come to the funeral, not. I care not, either way.
Are you going to be there?
No.
I won't tell anybody that you are here then if you don't tell anybody that I was.
Sure. Deal. Be our little secret.
Will I cross paths with you? I mean, I only know you from Tar, and Jin spoke once of you.
I would assume. I can if you want.
See?
Kind of smiles.
The way you're saying it is just like red flags all over the place.
Seems very calmed and monotoned. He's just eyeing you over. He's not progressing the conversation. He's not ending it.
Just
He
watching me.
Just watching you. Taking you in.
I'll just go closer and around the other side of where Car is.
You're kind of like turning away from him.
Mm-hmm.
No. Go to the other side. Are you speaking to Car? Or are you still speaking to Avar?
No, Car. I mean, I thought that maybe it'd be since it's a spiritual thing, I think she was thinking it was more of a spiritual thing, not a, oh, I'm astral projecting like I saw Kahu do one time. Car, are you? You can't hear me, can you? I'm speaking really low.
I don't get any response.
Like a similar thing to like I did with the body in the morgue, sensing that there was something wrong with his soul. Can I do that?
Sure.
Okay. What was that?
You attempt to connect and focus on your connection to the affinity. And your familiarity with Car, Sir Car, you just focus not on the body in front of you, but for his soul. Did we do wisdom check for that one as well? I think for you, whenever you're connecting.
I think so. Yeah, I can't remember.
We'll do wisdom. Go ahead, give me wisdom with advantage. Wisdom check.
Right. Okay. 15, 16, 18.
You don't feel quite the same connection like you did before. But there is that same feeling of something not here that should be here.
Okay. I'll get up. Hmm. Good. Kahu's not anywhere around, is he?
You still feel his presence. Feel a tether to him, as if you needed to pull out of this, you could by focusing on it, but he's not there with you.
Yeah.
You look up, and Avar is not there either.
Okay.
And look in the shadows.
Hmm.
There's a ladder next to you that goes up, but there's no way out of this room.
Yeah.
Avar's not there.
Okay. I think feeling that weird feeling, I'll just try to. Well, I'll just say a prayer to Lene, and then if anything happens, or if anything doesn't happen, like I'll go back to Kahu.
Connect again and pray. You do feel your connection to the affinity, but just silence.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, I'll take a deep breath and go back to where.
Give me a wisdom save.
Well, no. Oh no. That is a 7.
You feel that tether cut. And you feel another tether of darkness. And you recognize as corruption, like a hand pulling you in towards the body. And you're fighting yourself, holding your form.
Do I feel it cut?
You feel it cut, and you reach out to her to find her. And now you do hear Car's voice. You shouldn't be here. Go. And you feel yourself pushed back. And you wake up. Kahu, you lost her, but you felt her be pushed back towards you. And you both are snapped back out of it. Almost with a brush of intake air. And Zachary, this all happened within a minute.
You okay?
I think.
Nick, you okay? Something happened in there.
I think just like the boy with earlier, there's something there with Car, and I saw his brother who was supposed to have died a long time ago, and I felt this tether snap, and then something tried to pull me in, and I heard Car's voice telling me to go.
I felt the snap and I felt you return. That's about all I know.
Mikhail, you didn't bring her back. She was like something else pushed her back to you.
What happens if something doesn't push you back?
How? I don't know.
I don't have an answer for that.
Maybe it would be good to get an answer before you do it again.
Yeah.
I know someone who would know.
Orgon?
No. His grandmother.
I reach into my bag and pull out my regular sending stone. You can keep this Kaku, and I'll put it in your hand.
I'll see what I can find out from her.
It's a rock.
Oh, I have her name. Okay, sorry. I got so excited when I found her name. Like, I do have her name. But it's Elder Shaman Valrat, which is his grandmother. She's not the, like, current High Shaman. That would be his father, Lazadath. But she was the one before him and still kind of serves as, like, counsel and a respected elder.
Well, I know from Aragon as well, though, that he says she's the one that knows the most about this type of a thing. So
Right. Yep.
I'll see what I can find out about this. Zach, thank you for your help.
Thank
Keely,
you.
you have inspiration.
Yay!
Are you okay, Mankai?
No.
Rachel, you get inspiration too because I don't want you to feel left out. You've been a great person sitting there for the last 15-20 minutes. Thank you.
Very patiently. I
Yes.
know.
Yep, so,
Going to figure this out. I apologize.
No, I had a feeling of these dreams and him just being in torment, and I feel like we got a confirmation.
Minkai,
It's
with
good.
your even first time doing this, in your high emotions too, and based on some of the roles, you're not even sure if that was a dream or not.
Yeah.
Or was it a physical world, a spiritual world? It's almost. It
I'm
seemed
still
real.
messed up by his brother. Yeah.
Seemed real, looked real, but you're almost questioning, kind of.
If we can get to the body, I'll try to do what I did to the boy.
It's try. I don't. I mean, obviously it's in the capital, but
I'd take some convincing.
yeah.
That can be convincing sometimes. Might not be as well there, but sometimes.
Maybe. I mean, I think it's worth a shot. It's appreciated.
We can only do our best. Move
Yeah.
forward.
A head pops up. Nice. Where'd you go, by the way?
I went to the room with his brothers to
Okay.
check on his youngest.
Figured. I just want to make sure.
Mhm.
You go. They're asleep. Seem fine. Kind of. The youngest brother seems to be having a little dream where he's running, his little feet kind of be moving, but the other one had kind of like gone up there and was like falling asleep with his like shoes on and like over the blankets. Just he tried to stay up with you guys. But you do hear Corey. There's a knock on the door and he spoke to someone. He's come back up the stairs and walked into the vault and then popped his head up into the attic where you guys are. He goes, Anir Dantali here? In case anybody wants to speak with him.
Yeah, I guess we could probably go downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
You okay though?
You need ventilation
Me?
up here. Yeah, what you were doing work?
Something happened at least.
Something.
Can you open up that window?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course, just like, I just don't
But
like
that
the
was
smell of it.
part of the break-in. You'll want to close it.
We'll close that again. That's fine.
Okay, I'll go downstairs. Kind of looking for Anais too, if she wants to join for the.
You have like the door open,
Conversation.
nice.
I'd probably close it again if they're sleeping. I'm like probably sitting in between the two on the bed. Like I
Yeah.
guess I would imagine there's two beds on either
Yeah.
side.
Yeah.
and I'm just sitting
I'll
there.
go in and find her.
Probably like trying to like calm down the youngest one if he's looks like he's running around in his sleep. Who knows if it's a scary
Yeah.
nightmare?
You're
or not.
very-
And we're probably like playing
Baby
with his
boy.
hair a little bit. Yeah.
You're very used to it, just kind of what you
It's
used to
kind
do
of
with your own brother.
instinctive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll cry again for Anais' brother.
Anais, a whisper message. I think Anir's here. Do you want to come down?
I'll just get up, like linger a hand for a second on his head, and then walk over to Zach.
Feel a hand kind of grab yours gently, just instinctually kind of reached back out to yours, but then you walk away, just kind of fades back. He's still dreaming, but seemed to have reached
Yeah.
out to you. Little hand.
Little baby
Little
hand.
hand.
And you
Ooh.
squeeze it, and then I leave. I signed to Zach how to go.
Not that great. I mean, they're back. That's good news.
Is that a question that they wouldn't come back?
Apparently, yes.
What?
I'll let them explain it. I don't know. It's weird.
That would have been a left turn for the DM's planning, but you know. But you guys head down. Kahumeka, you've already kind of gone to the door and opened it, and you're standing there as the other two are walking down. I didn't mean to interrupt. Hopefully everything's going well. Just wanted to let you know I heard word from the council. Trial is available to us when we want. Wasn't sure if you've made a decision when, or if you wanted to go to the funeral. Travel with me.
And we're all here now, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I believe we are wanting to go to the funeral, but am I incorrect that they said we could not leave the city until things had gone further?
Certain members of the council would not prefer that, but it's not an official ruling. I already smoothed things over with a few others.
The sooner we do this, the better.
There's a lot of pressure, yes, for that. Not for the trials. I just mean they really want your aid.
They want our aid.
We got wind of whatever Scroll Striker's missing, I guess. I want you to
Nice.
find that.
Signs so someone can translate to Anir. If they're so desperate for us to help, they should give us information on it.
I agree. They're not very forthcoming. And that's why I want to get a seat on there. An inside leg. One that can make things happen for us.
But are you saying that they're ready so we could do it tomorrow?
I believe so. Or at least Thursday, I think, was the original plan. But I would assume it could be available for us tomorrow if we've been greenlit.
You guys ready?
Yeah.
I need a good night's sleep, but yes.
Yeah.
Again,
Nice.
I mean,
A nice little sign. Is it fighting? What are we expecting?
it
You
could
said it
be,
changes every time, right?
could be many things. Yeah, it's randomized. Gosh, I don't even know how it's done. Such amazing magic, but it's a test of your physical, mental, and supposedly even chance. It's not deadly though. I mean, at least there's safeguards.
Combat though.
Could be. Combat,
You ready?
puzzles, trials.
Are you ready for this, Nair?
I've been ready for years. But I just... you guys have a lot going on. I don't want you to feel obligated. Always time to back out if you don't want to help.
Are you wanting to back out?
Not gonna happen. I have a duty to my people. I want this.
Is it duty alone that drives you?
I think it'd be a lie if I said yes.
I'm doing this because I want to help your people have a voice and to keep the peace here.
I want to avoid anybody dying from any conflict that could occur. Violence between my people and them. It would be... It wouldn't go well for us.
Well, like many of the conversations we've had, I have faith in what your goals are. I will stand with you, as I have said.
I think our views on the world are similar. I hope that the power I can gain, influence, can aid you for in what you wish to do in the future.
I feel we will all need to be united if we wish to. Change the fates of this world.
I'm gonna lose that inspiration.
And
Ah.
You already used it.
Fates, come on. I don't believe in fate. Create your own. Take the opportunities that are given you. You do something with it. Like inaction is the worst curse this world can offer. Anyways, it's getting philosophical.
Fair.
Oh.
Not everyone wants to sit there and talk about that.
Oh, these
Valor
three,
does.
especially.
yeah.
Should get some sleep, as we should as well, if we're doing this tomorrow.
With the long faces. It all seem like you've seen a ghost or something.
Just look over at me, guy.
Just, I don't know. We might need help if we do go to the funeral. There's
Most of us will be there. Not everybody, but
some corruption going on. I think Carter's soul. I think there's something wrong there. I'm not sure.
soul? Probably another thing I don't believe in.
Yeah, but there's something there.
Take your word for it.
Yeah. But let's worry about that. There's nothing we can do right now, so let's just get this. Let's try to help you out. So we want to.
I'm eternally grateful. Thank you. Is there anything else I can do? Or are you staying here tonight?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, come grab me when you're ready. I am putting out a few fires with my people, keeping them calm, but I think they'll be okay. Seem to be a few run-ins between a few of the younger folk and some of the students of the academy. But luckily it was quelled before anything could happen. Well then, I thank you again. I'll leave you to it then. Kind of flashes like just a wide smile. Turns and walks off.
Oh, off to bed.
You do say Tao was kind of standing on the other side of the room, listening, watching.
Mhm. What?
You
What
asked
kind
me
of vibe?
before what I thought of him.
I did.
I've seen that look in people's eyes before. I think he is driven by duty, but I think he is impassioned by his own drive and agenda. He's seeking power. It's up to you
I mean, that
whether you trust in the man that obtains that power or not. Just my 2 cents.
Nice signs, aren't we all, though?
I agree. Some hands, though, power can be used for not good. Not saying Anir is that. But I'm sure with your little time in the council, you have seen the differences in agendas.
Nice is right. We all seek for power for our own ways and for our own reasons. Most often to affect the world to some degree.
Very wise and nice. Alright,
So, thanks.
you're welcome. Well, get off to bed. I'll have a hearty breakfast and tea waiting for you in the morning.
I want to talk to Anais.
Um,
If that's okay.
And I will also say, Zachary, you get a message from Sasha at some point, just checking in. And
I
you
was
get
gonna spend the whole night talking to her on my new fancy sending stones.
you guys
Here goes
chat all
that.
night.
And I probably would send a message to Shaman Valrod.
Yep, I was gonna get to that. But I was also gonna say, Anais, you do get just a check in from Break Aries as well. But he's doing well.
Okay.
I'm not drinking, don't worry. Yeah, everything
I
seems to
think
go.
she would just ask, "Are you moving? Did you end up moving, or did you stay?"
I stayed.
She just replies, "Good."
Yeah. Kyle, what do you send?
It's 25 words, right? Standard sending spell.
Mm-hmm. Are you pooping?
Yeah. Elder, this is Kahu.
Yes?
Ergon has
Oh, okay.
started me on a path he calls dream walking. Is that 2 words or 1 word?
2.
Walking. I have 10 more words.
I'll give you 1 word. You're fine. 11.
No, I got
words.
10. It's fine. More danger than originally thought. Need guidance. Yeah.
There's just like a long pause. Okay, you're done. You're a really long message sender. Good. He has spoken of such. Come find me, or ask any questions you wish. The Goliath send their aid to your mother as she has requested. I'm naked. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, it was an inside joke for...
And I can only send 1 per day, right?
Yes, 1 per day.
Okay.
That being said, we're a little late for our break, so let's go ahead and take a quick break there. We'll come back. You guys can finish up any RP and do anything else you guys want to do. So, take a quick break, and we'll come back in about 6-7 minutes, a couple minutes after 9:40 or so. So, thank you guys again for all your support and hanging with us. I just love to see what you guys are doing and the fun directions we're going. So yeah, we'll be back in a little bit to finish the second half of Fates United. Welcome back, everybody, to the second half of Fates United, episode 43, The Hard Roads. I wasn't sure if we were doing trials or not, so I was like, I'm not gonna call it trials. So, Anir leaves the door as we jump back in. You guys are left with each other with your own devices. You could separate or pull each other off to the side as you react and process what just happened or prepare for tomorrow.
I think Kahu's gonna look probably extra exhausted right now, and I think he's just gonna head in for the night.
Soup everywhere. Sorry.
Thanks, Kahu.
You're welcome.
And Zach's just gonna lay in bed talking to Sasha, getting updates on how things are in Celestia.
Cool.
Hey.
Anything specific or just kind of just updates?
One thing I'm gonna ask is if she knows where Wesley is.
Wesley is the one from this town that's missing, right?
No, Wesley is my youngest baby brother who was
right.
with my parents.
Remind me, has anything been said to you about your mom?
No, she just didn't respond to my message, and my dad is in prison. That's what I know.
Okay.
I'll ask for an update on my mom if she heard anything either, but...
I mean, I haven't seen them, but I've been told they're kind of living at the, I don't know the word on it. At the High Council housing. Your mother and Wesley. For protection, I guess.
Okay.
I was told not to look into it much, but no one really here believes your dad. But I started asking around, and a lot of your extended family's just gone. Cousins, grandparents, the ones that we used to go and meet with. Everyone just says they're leaving town, but I don't know. Weird.
Yeah.
Are you
It's
okay?
weird. As good as I can be.
Sorry. Dad won't
Are
let
you
me-
going? What?
No, go ahead.
What about your dad?
No, yeah, right. No, he won't. He's not letting me go to Ricar's funeral.
Oh, okay. That's what I was going to ask you. So,
I figured, yeah.
okay.
Like we're on like thinking the same things. But nah, classes have been pretty intense actually.
Hope I can see you again soon.
I'd really like that.
Okay, I should get some sleep.
Yeah, okay.
Talk to you again sometime soon.
Me too. Are you going to bed yet? Like it just like continues on for like another minute. Yeah. It's
Yeah,
adorable.
good night.
No, yeah. Sweet dreams. The stars are great tonight. Yeah. No, but yeah.
And then it's like they get mad when you do actually hang up.
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna hang up.
Oh, okay. No, Sasha wouldn't do that.
Oh.
Cool. You feel a little bit of a little warmth just from catching up with Sasha. Kahu, you're Processing, thinking. You said you head off to bed.
Yeah, I imagine I'm worn down from that experience.
A lot, yeah. Meika? Nice. What are you guys doing?
Nice, can I talk to you?
She looks around, like nods. What?
I'll just take her to the couch I was sleeping on. Just
Yeah.
sit and talk with some tea.
Little girl talk.
Yeah. Are you doing okay?
I'm fine, I guess. Sorry I didn't stay.
No. I think Car's soul is in the same sort of situation your family's in. Or
What?
something,
Yeah,
something similar.
Zach said something happened. He said he didn't get it though, so I was gonna ask you anyway.
Yeah. Well, I did that spirit walking. I don't know what Carl calls it. And I focused on Car, and I thought I mean it's spiritual, so I thought that I would find his spirit. You know, I was trying to talk, and I just saw his body laying there with the official stuff on it, and then I heard a voice, and I turned around, and it's not Car, but said he was his brother, which I never met Car's brother. He died when Car was younger, saving them, June and Car, in a mining accident. Car said he was dead, but he was there. But I don't know if this was a dream. I don't know if this was real. I mean, he reached through me, but I couldn't connect to Car. And his brother, I don't know. I couldn't get a good read on him. I mean, I've never met him. But he's interested in crossing our path at some point. And then I tried to focus on Car specifically, like we did at the morgue with the the young man. And when I tried to focus on his soul, this tethering that I had with Kahu snapped, and I was pulled towards Car, but not in a good way. And then I was thrust back into the attic upstairs.
So you think his soul is similar
Yeah.
to the boys, maybe?
I think so. What I'm thinking is that the boy was killed because of the corruption stuff. Well, I mean, I kind of did it, but
It was around her, maybe? or
yeah,
something?
yeah. And Car was, so I'm thinking maybe that there's something that prevents souls from moving on or being contained. I mean, same thing could be with your family, if it's that lady. I mean, I know it's different, but different things, but a similar, I don't know.
Something that needs to be stopped, essentially.
Yeah.
Are you worried?
Extremely. For Car. For anybody else in the future. For your family. For Zach's family. Potentially for Kahu's. For a lot of everybody. I know we can't save everyone, but I think if we have the ability to, we should try. You know? And Cars differed from the boys. I heard his voice, I think. But not in a pleasant way. So maybe at the funeral we could maybe try something, but also not, because I don't really want to sit in a I don't want to sit in a jail cell. You know, I don't want to get arrested at the state funeral. Gravnica doesn't seem very forgiving on that.
I'll get arrested at the state funeral if that means helping him. I know how it feels to be afraid for someone after death, and we can't do anything for mine right now, but if we can do something for him, I'll do whatever you want me to.
Maybe along this way we can get answers and try to find for your family too.
No matter what, at the end of this, I'm going to kill her. The one that did this to them. But
I'll help you.
I just wish it wouldn't take a long time.
Yeah.
I can't think about it too much, or I don't know how in control I'll be.
That's fair. Last time Zach got a little mad at us, huh? I mean, well, you and Kahu.
Yeah. I don't want to endanger anybody because of it. That's why
No.
I left. I felt bad. I wanted to be there for you, but I
No.
couldn't think about it.
No, it's okay. I understand. I'm glad that you're talking about it right now with me, so. I mean, maybe if Zach saw us spotting, he wouldn't be as upset. Maybe it's because Kahu just is like 3 of us put together.
I think he was mad because when I get mad, it's really loud.
Oh, that's
And
true.
it was revealing locations to his sisters and your parents, and it was reckless, I admit it.
Oh, I mean, you can't think of every single outcome for every single situation. That's impossible.
I just wish I could be mad and not be so loud.
What if I bet that there's some kind of training grounds here? There has to be for magic studies and stuff, right?
Potentially. I mean,
Maybe.
what? Sorry.
Oh, maybe we could see that, or inside the tower, just unleash everything.
I'm only gonna tell you this because it makes me sound real bad, but I'm basically about 80% of the reason why I'm helping Anir is because I just really need to I need to kill something or take out some aggression. It's not, I mean, there's some of the noble reasons in there, but it's not as much as the others, I don't think.
In Hanazuka, we had these like smashing room things, where it was just a bunch of like pottery that didn't come out quite right, and you could like take out all your anger, and it was very therapeutic. Better than like yelling in a pillow or something.
That sounds nice.
It was. I'm there with you because I'm pretty upset now too.
Yeah, it does thanks to you.
Yeah. But I think that's a good way of looking at it. Especially because they're trials. We're designed to try to overcome them by any means necessary. And nobody's going to judge us for trying to smash all of our way through it.
Exactly. So, I tend to get knocked out a lot though when I try to rage it out in battles, so we'll see what happens.
I'll try to help. But I want you to know, Anais, that I'll do whatever I can to help. Sincerely, truly. I want to help you, and yeah, I'm here. So, and I understand. I feel Kahu is good, and he tries to think about it with wisdom. And I am very appreciative of Zach trying to think of all the things. I think that's a good thing. But I also believe in just letting all of it out at once as well.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I'm sorry you understand, but it's nice to have someone that gets it.
Yeah. And honestly, my very first thought when I realized what was you and your family. So, yeah, we'll find out whoever is doing this, and we are going to make sure that they just gone.
For my family, it's Verdis, so you can remember her name when
Yeah.
we go to kill her. But for Car, yeah, we'll find that out too.
Yeah.
She
We
just
will.
gets up and says and signs thank you.
Thank you. Marshmallows.
I like the sound effect. Okay.
Let's kick the trials butts tomorrow.
Please let's.
Yep. Then try to go to sleep. Thinking about Lune.
Cool. Everybody going to bed?
Yeah.
Can I do one more thing, actually?
Sure. No, you can't. Overruled.
When I'm... Oh, man. Is there a window in the room that I'm sleeping in? Can I look out the window and look for the nice storm and see if I could ask if there's any direction that I should take for Zach's missing brother that we've been looking for?
Okay. I think we typically do wisdom for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Close your eyes. Gonna look off to the distance. You can definitely see the swirling of storms in the distance. But you turn your eyes away from the coast. Look back towards the plains and can see a distant cloud of thunderstorms. Give me a wisdom roll.
I got a 9.
You do feel that connection to it? A slight comfort. There's a feeling of tumultuousness and uncertainness. Specifically, you don't get anything as far as his brother. Feels... With a 9, yeah, you don't get anything.
I mean, I would almost say too, I feel like it's been hard for her to focus for a while now.
I was gonna say,
and yeah. I think that tumultuousness is all in her.
Mm-hmm. It's a reflection of both your inner turmoil and the thunder and the lightning and the storm within, as well as out of it. Yeah. That being said, can you do anything else?
No, she just puts the pillow on the bed very aggressively and goes to sleep.
So let everyone know, if you are in the Discord, we do have Fates United NPCs list, and I updated a few NPCs for you guys. Specifically Avar, Ikore Tau, and the Shaman. If you want to kind of get a look, these are not official, but these are just kind of references that I use. Won't use on stream just because they're copyright, or I'm sure they're owed to someone else, but they're just kind of ones that I use as my own imagery for them, so you guys can see. You guys all find yourself sleeping in your own ways, focusing on different things and experiences. Kaho, Zachary, go ahead, give me a wisdom save with advantage. Makai and Anais, give me a straight wisdom save.
Wait, for what? I'm sorry?
Just a wisdom save.
Just, in general?
You're sleeping.
One.
Both of you are plagued with nightmares of your family, Beardus, of R. It just continues to go back to that nightmare you had before, where it's Car's skeleton hand reaching up from under that veil towards you. Kaho, Zachary?
I rolled a 25.
You're out. No dreams whatsoever. You actually,
16.
I'll say, even with that, you even feel a little bit of a presence of Amaya as you're dreaming. Memories, not her, like, you know, like a visual thing, but just different memories that you've had with her. And 16, yeah, your memories of Sasha and just your time in Celestia. Your sleep is nice. It's not as heavy as it has been thinking about the rest of your family. Sun wakes up. We'll forgo wake up rolls this time.
What?
Unless you guys want them. You want wake up rolls? I always like them.
If Beacons does it, I want to do it.
Sure. Give me wake up rolls. The two of you with disadvantage.
1. Oh, well, it was 1
Well,
anyway,
that's
so
fine.
can't get lower.
5.
Yeah, both of you are out because of your having such a hard time sleeping.
I did roll both, and it was both 1s.
8.
Oh no,
No.
he died in the night.
I'm so tempted to give you exhaustion. That's crazy.
Oh.
No, you've kicked and turned all night long, and you barely got enough sleep. You dragon today. Rest of you guys?
I'm a dragon today?
Again.
16
Second
again.
16 in a row, so.
I got 8.
8. Yeah. Zachary, let's do this. You're up. You're down there helping Ikare make breakfast and
Getting some coal and.
Ah!
you're like expecting everyone else. Like the sun's already sun's already starting to come up, and like no one's awake yet.
I guess.
Go wake them up if you want.
No, I'll let him sleep.
So I'm having, like...
I think Anir needs to come up here anyways to meet us before we go, so...
Yeah. Perfect. It's
Let's
about
wait.
like an hour after the sun comes up before Kaho actually wakes up this time. He's usually done with his workout by now, but Kaho, you wake up a little late today and you headed downstairs.
I will do a quick workout, seeing I'm up late, and then I will head downstairs.
At the same time, you walk out as Zachary's brothers, yeah, both got 8s, walk out at about the same time, just kind of waking up with you and kind of just open up the door and just a little head nod, head downstairs. But when you get down there, Zachary's there, but 2 girls are still upstairs.
I was on the couch downstairs.
Oh yeah, okay. Meikai's on the couch, not even stirring from any of you guys.
She gonna be okay?
Did you say that too?
Just everybody.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check on Meikai's breathing, just to make sure she's breathing.
There's like a second where you're like, Oh no, she's breathing. Okay.
It's not dead. Okay, good.
Well, might as well get some food made, cooking.
You guys are. Breakfast is ready on the table when Anais, you finally wake up. The room's empty. Good.
Sorry, I was reading chat.
Here you go.
They distracted me. Yeah, definitely. Probably like cold sweat, and she just gets ready and like slinks down the stairs and just sits there.
Yeah, you're kind of like sitting at the edge of the couch with your food, and Meikai's still sleeping. It takes a couple of nudges from you, actually. Meikai, you eventually wake up to everybody sitting down, already eating, down here, dressed and ready for the day.
Turn over. Tears.
Oh, it's like an awkward call from Akar and Zachary's brother, and they just kind of not really saying anything to you or trying to give you as much privacy as you can.
I was gonna do a joke, but I don't think it's the right time.
What?
I say that very low next to Zach.
Zach just is like, even I know not to.
As you say that though, Joseph was sitting there. He's like, "I got one. What do you call a bear with gum?" Wait, no, dang it. What do you call a bear with no teeth?
Gummy bear?
Yeah, no, I ruined it.
Got a good laugh out of it still. So.
I tried.
And I smiles a little bit.
I think you succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah, Byron's just like looking over to Meikai, looking back at you guys.
It smells really good in here.
I'll take a plate over to make it.
Yeah, it's really good. Glad you got good sleep. Kari just doesn't know what else to say either. It's like a real awkward, just kind of vibe going on right now. Got like 3 guys that don't know how to console you.
You
But-
need some food, Mekai.
But after
Yeah.
after Kahu brings the food to you, Joseph actually goes and pours you a little cup of orange juice. Brings it to you.
Thank you.
You're
A
welcome.
little cup of juice.
It's really good.
Gosh, where did you get that tiny cup? What the heck?
Nope, that's it. We're at the extreme. Yep.
Just produced out of nowhere? What?
We have been going over the arcane, spells that I can cast now. Yes.
I'm crying. Where did you get that?
I was waiting for something. If Mega was gonna have like tea or something, I was gonna pull it out. I've been waiting this whole time.
This is your moment. You shined.
Oh, I'm crying again. Oh man, I had really bad nightmares, but this food smells really good. Thank you, child, for bringing this juice.
You're welcome. The couple looked really cute in the cupboard.
It did. It's very cute.
I thought you like it.
You're cute too. Thank you.
Thanks. I know. And then goes and sits down. The pride of the ASMR start young.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Joseph's got like these striking, eyes. He's a cutie.
No.
Anything you guys want to do, or are you just kind of just waiting around?
Just waiting.
Yeah, waiting for him.
Yeah.
You need any more food?
Well, yeah, you guys load up on a good solid breakfast, awkward conversations and chit chat. Igor still doesn't know what to say, but eventually do hear a knock on the door.
Am I okay
Get
to
it.
get that? Okay.
Yeah,
And if you get away from the table.
you guys are staying here. You can get the door. It's fine.
Zach opens the door.
There's a Nier. He has strapped on leather and kind of like a battle ready look. Well,
Ready?
today's the day, right?
Let's do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's got a little bit of a bag, kind of a sort of a backpack, sort of a satchel.
You guys ready?
I think so.
Yeah, I think I'm ready. Have that cape on.
Nice. Perfect. You
Let's
guys
go.
head out, say your goodbyes to the brothers. Riker. Slowly make your way up to the next part of town, back into the central tower, and go to kind of meet. And you are greeted by the same Captain Guard. I was heard from an ear that you are all ready to take the trials today.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And the proclaimed applicant would be Anir Santali for the seat on the council.
That'd be correct.
I want to make sure no one else is vying for his seat or anything here among y'all.
Yes.
Anir kind of gives everyone just a quick look. You know,
I just give him like eyes like.
no, that would be me, Anir Santali. He puts forward a parchment with a bunch of fine writing and bylaws, and at the bottom he signs, and you guys give me perception checks.
Yeah. Is it signed in blood?
No. Ink.
14.
Dirty 20.
23.
28.
Good lord, blow all your rolls now. I love it. Everybody but Zachary, surprisingly, catches
Big surprise.
in a beacon's way a small spark of arcane once he signs it.
Would I know what that would be? Or what that would mean?
You get some sort of magical binding with the signature. Specifically what for? You're assuming it has to do with the council seat. Most likely just based on some of the words, but they're very like legal jargon, like to wit, the hereby stated below, you know, with the above said completion of the yada yada, stuff like that. Forthwith, to wit. But then there are space below, and he offers the pen to you all. You are going to be my my joined.
And nicely puts out her hand first, and then she like writes on her own piece of paper. What was that? Arc thing.
What was what? Oh, the
Spark.
it's just, it's a way of completing the contract of, we win, they are obligated to offer me and vacate a seat. The eldest will be retired.
Oh.
Not killed. No, we're not barbaric. Good lord, Makai.
It's always killing with her.
The guard's just like,
Well, does Zach know? Sorry, dark humor. It's a rough night.
it's fine. But no, it's just
my way of coping.
it's to ensure that they try and deny me the rightful seat. Bad things will happen.
So it's more binding to them than to us necessarily.
Yes. Oh, yeah. This is just for record's sake. You guys won't be magically bound to this. It's just for the one going for the seat.
I'll grab it, give it a quick skim to see if I see anything that looks strange.
Sure. I mean,
I insight it near when he's talking about it.
Yeah.
And also
There's
the
any-
guard's reaction around us.
Yeah.
yeah, give me insight.
there's any-
And give me intellect roll.
Stranger things in the contract.
Another 19. Plus.
Wow.
I know.
13.
I'm excited.
The 13?
14.
14? From what you can tell, and you're kind of skimming, and just from the quick, again, just exhausting amount of wordage that seems to just circle around and be, that's kind of just what you get from it. Just kind of outlays a little bit of kind of the process of just the more legal side of it. But your insight, what was it?
25.
25. From the guard captain, just sort of we're filing it again. You know, like, it's not his first time. He signed one before, you know, that kind of thing. Like, you do get a sense for one or two of other guards that don't seem to be necessarily involved in the conversation, but some of a few are looking interesting at an ear, some of them are just indifferent, but there are like a few that are not really looking too kindful at an ear or supportive of him.
I think I was specifically looking for like a near's explanation.
Oh yeah,
of it's like
same
binding
with
to the other people and not to us.
Same with an ear and the captain. It's very
So
forefront.
it seems like,
yeah.
Okay, it doesn't seem like they're hiding anything or whatever. Okay.
Just literally for record's sake that you guys are the witnesses and co-join.
Okay.
Co-combatants.
Antics has barely talked to Anir, so like he's not really too much on the trust level
Yeah,
right now. So
no,
she's
for
kinda
sure,
like,
for sure.
For a second, but okay.
Sign and hand the paper off.
Cool.
Right, well as well.
Anybody else? You're muted.
You're muted.
I signed my name really big.
That
Fancy.
works. Sure.
Give him the old John Hancock.
Fancy.
Yeah.
The guard captain, just you can write, right? You and I.
You already signed it.
Did you already sign
Oh,
it?
did
Yeah,
you
I
already
like-
sign it?
I
He did it.
signed it.
He said that before you signed it. Of just,
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
just-
She's mute. I didn't know if she could write or not.
I like look at him and I sign my name like really nice penmanship. And
Yeah, really, really fancy.
What? It wasn't. I wasn't saying anything. I'm just saying she does. She didn't speak, so I didn't know if she was. Sorry, I didn't mean to assume.
Be careful about what assumptions you
It's just definitely an assumption. I'm just saying. You know what an assumption makes out of me. It was just a logical question. I was just concerned. That's all. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
We've had people
It's fine,
before that
it's
couldn't
fine.
write. We had to get representation for. It's a thing that happens. All right. Stop looking at me like that. I'm not. It's not because she was an elf.
I'm giving him the stink eye a little bit.
Oh, come on. Whatever.
Zach and Baker are like.
Yeah. All right. Think what you want.
I'll sign it.
Perfect.
How's Kahu's penmanship?
Well,
I rolled for it. It's actually decent.
Okay.
hey.
none of the council will be here attending, but upon a successful completion, you'll be all greeted with another audience with the council, and the others you will not see any identities, though the of course old council member will, I forget the word, but retire, step down, another word for it.
Mhm.
Yes. But that being
fine.
said, yeah. He reaches down and grabs a box. It's like a wooden box, and puts it up and opens it, and there are laying there 5 like bracelets that have about a gem in the middle, and they're golden and like silver inlaying. The trials aren't deadly, so as long as you wear one of these. This is for each and every one of you. And Nier's like already putting it on. This is for precautions. For it has been deadly in the past. If you are to fall unconscious and are not able to be quickly brought back up, you'll be teleported back to our clerics for simple healing. Mechanically, if you get down to 2 death saves and are going for the 3rd, or a 3rd is about to happen, you'll be transported instead of dying.
Okay.
So just for you to know.
The clerics are like waiting in the building just like this.
Like an Apple Watch heartbeat monitor
Yeah.
on everybody.
I don't know. I mean, they definitely have. I mean, it's like having an ambulance on standby. It's
That's great.
definitely gonna have it.
I'll ask, are you out of the trials permanently then, like for the rest of the time if you
Yes.
are out? Okay.
So don't go down early.
And I'm guessing if Anir goes down, then we're just done, obviously.
Right?
We can
Or
keep
team.
going even if Anir.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Not that I don't have faith in you, Anir. I just wanted to make sure that it's...
It's a. And Anir just kind of turns to you. Goes, it's a point of contention among some people who believe that a weak person who hires very strong people can get carried through, but look at
You're
me, I
not
got 4
weak.
chosens, so I guess can't say
And
much.
you are paying us quite well for this.
Of course. Gonna laugh
I
a bit.
kind of
Yeah.
Sweat.
You're not weak, though, so we're good.
So you know. The guards. But definitely put these on. You
Okay.
if you were to go into this fight without those and take a mortal wound, there's nothing we can do.
Alright.
Put it on.
Are there any other
Yeah.
questions directly for me before we allow access?
Is it like right through this door?
And Ear just kind of laughs a little bit. No, it's quite a trek.
Okay.
It's actually through these doors, access to the trail, but it's a hike up to the top of the mountain.
Mm.
And then the tower is the actual.
Correct.
Okay. Let's go.
Alright.
Good luck. And he kind of points and nods over to 2 more guards who take a ornate iron gate. It's kind of crisscrossed with like floral sort of design. And one takes out a key and unlocks it. It's like black kind of iron, and they open it, and you guys are allowed to trek ahead. It takes a good half of the day through some of these. Luckily, it's not too bad of a weather day, but you're climbing up to the mountain to some frigid, cold altitudes. You guys all kind of have to bundle up a bit, and it takes a bit. As you guys are kind of quietly walking and preparing, you have everything on you and everything that you've prepared. But eventually, you do come across around the corner, and what was hidden from view from the top, the peak of the mountain, comes into view a black obsidian tower. I actually wrote stuff for all this.
Hey.
Here you go.
A 130-foot obelisk ringed by 9 smaller standing stones tower rises from the crest of the hill, seamless from the stonework around it. Green glowing vines of arcane crystal flow like a beating vein from the stonework all the way up to the top of the tower, at which sits a rotating glowing green orb, held aloft by some invisible force. There seems to be no door or window obvious to the naked eye as you approach. A stone stairway of 30 steps give way to a circular dial that surrounds the entirety of the tower, kind of like just an area for you to like stand at the top once you're at the base of the tower. All right, last chance. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
I think so.
Maybe a little
we got
warm up,
this.
just to see where you guys are at. Why don't you guys try and find the door?
This is your trial. You find the door.
No, I've already done it. I'm just curious what you have to offer. I'm just having fun. You just want me to do it? I'm just saying. It's a little warm up for your brain.
Door?
I'm just gonna give you the answer.
You got 9 hours, bud. Do you want to waste time?
It doesn't start till we are in there. All right, fine. You guys are no fun. He just
Well,
starts
I was
walking.
gonna look.
I mean, if you want, you're the one giving me issue for it.
I'll roll perception.
Yeah, we'll
just
roll
to
perception.
indulge him.
Sure.
I'll investigate stuff around too.
All right.
16, 17.
Roll me in perception or
I will
investigation.
assist the investigation up close with Zach.
So, Meikai and Ice, are you guys staying at the bottom of the
20.
stairs looking up?
3.
I'm giving you a hand.
22.
Thanks.
Are you guys staying at the bottom of the stairs looking up at it? Is that what you're doing?
I'm looking all over
Yeah,
the place.
we're looking all over.
At the bottom of the stairs or at the top of the stairs?
Oh.
The top.
Which
Let's
one?
Start it at the bottom and then go to the top.
Pick one.
Now we're here.
At the top? Okay.
Top. Yeah.
Investigation check. Are you just watching from afar or near? Or are you walking up closer?
So my investigation, I'm gonna go and just like look to see if there's anything that like looks like it's important down here, and if not, I'll go up.
Okay. Perception and investigation, what were they again?
23.
23?
22.
20.
As you guys are kind of at the bottom of the stairs looking up, again, everything just looks seamless, like as if this rock was pulled and molded from the ground around it. It's not chiseled, it's not created by hand. It feels as if someone reached far into the earth and just created this from their hand. But as you're walking up the stairs, you do feel the pulsing and sense of the arcane. And all of you that have any sort of like magic ability or divine or runic can feel not an enhancement, but just a strong sense. You start wondering if this is some sort of ley line. It reminds you of the volcano very much.
Mhm.
That being said, all of you get to the top of the dial. It's about 20 feet to the door. It's a perception. You don't see anything directly as you're kind of looking around. Investigation, Zach, you're kind of walking up closer, I'm guessing, to the stone, or from afar.
Did you say there was a dial?
So, like, I don't know what the right word for it, but like,
Bias.
so when you get to the top of the stairs, it's like a flat area, and it's like a ring that goes around the tower for you guys to walk around it. It's about 20
Like a
feet.
balcony type thing?
Kind of like a balcony in a way.
Or deck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a
Okay.
deck.
So there's no markings on anything on the deck?
Seamless. You're looking around the deck, and even with your investigation check, you don't see anything. And you're just kind of standing at the back, just arms crossed, watching you guys.
If I touch the stone and I walk around, does it just feel like a normal stone?
As you walk forward to go touch the stone, about 10 feet away, your bracelet actually begins to glow the same green at the orb. And as you go to touch the stone,
Just rude.
the gemstone glows the same beating green, and in front of you, a runic arcane door appears of ornate design and beautiful imagery. Trees, mountain, and a flying creature sit upon the top of the tower, and an outline of an opened palm hand appears on the door. And here's like, oh, sometimes the obvious answers are the easiest.
Interesting.
On the door. Good.
Yep.
And he just kind of walks forward. It's a palm on the door. And
Before we go in, aid on Anir, because we can't have him dying.
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm gonna give aid to Kahu as well. So 5 hit points. Your max goes up by 5. Kahu. And which one of the last 3?
So you're doing it at 5, right?
Yeah, it's 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it to Anais because I feel like she thinks that she's not gonna survive. So
She's expecting
Yeah.
getting out pretty early.
you get 5 extra hit points. There.
Oh,
Thanks.
perfect. He goes, I like it.
And
What's
make
this
sure I'm
thing?
linked into an Ice's mind.
Mhm.
Get ready.
Sorry,
This is-
what did you say? Something?
I
I
just
was
said get
making a
ready.
sound effect. Yeah, let's do it.
Puts his hand on the palm, and you see his whole body turn into that green, and then almost like he gets sucked into the door and disappears.
I will follow suit.
This is how Kahu looked.
Very similar.
Yeah.
Boy.
Alright. Yeah, are these Kahurangi stones?
Who are you asking?
I'm looking at it while I'm going through.
They don't appear to be the same.
It's
Just
just
from direct.
glowed green. It wasn't green before, right?
Yeah.
Right. They don't appear quite the same.
Do you want me to go in first? Nice.
I can go.
I touch
She
it.
says. Okay.
Okay.
You wanna first? He pushed all the elevator buttons this time.
Zachary's first. Who's next?
I look at.
Oh,
like,
I
it's
said I already
disappeared.
touched it.
Yeah,
You already
I
did?
have to
Okay.
make ice, so
Yeah, Kahu
But
went,
Ice is
make my
last.
went, and then
Oh, okay. I
I
missed
just
that.
go
for
back
some
to the
reason.
city and have a nice drink by myself.
You could.
I'll find someone to
Just
fight
run
out here.
the town
Yeah.
while you're at it.
and I need to find something. I'm gonna go elsewhere.
It was the evil storm cloud that did it. It wasn't
Yeah.
me.
I swear. Okay. I touch it.
Perfect. Yeah. Each one of you seem to almost be shortly transported in. And as Anais, you're the last one. Shift over to our other camera so you guys can see. Let me go ahead and switch the map there so everyone can see.
Ew.
A little zoomed in. Created this on Incarnate. There we go. Okay. But as you walk in and you press your hand to the palm to the stone, within the chamber inside, you're faced with an octagonal room, 15 feet tall, sectioned off into slices of triangles in the floor that together look like a sundial. I think that's where I got the dial word. Around a basin in the middle, a small pillar of stone with a basin of sparkling clear water. Within the basin, runic symbols appear, which seem carved in and are not glowing or active currently on the inside outline of the circular basin. In the middle is a smaller stone that sits in the middle of the basin. It appears with one palm symbol on the stonework. But as each one of you enter, a small green orb appears as if drawn, circling the palm until 5 green orbs appear around the button. So, these are the trials. Near walks over and he's just like looking at that basin in the middle. Never actually seen 5 orbs. It's kind of encouraging. Kind of beautiful though.
Just one before.
Are you done this one?
Yeah, this is what each floor actually looks like. So, when we are ready, I guess all of us put our palm in the middle to signal our readiness and
Handed.
Does the 9 hours start now, or as soon as our hands go in?
as soon as our hands go in. I've actually taken time to admire some of the artistry, and you look around and each pillar is covered with just beautiful art and carvings of each of the different affinities.
I want to
Including
take a
darkness.
look.
There's each one.
Removed.
Recognize yours. There is now 1 green orb on the palm that's lit.
I'm going to turn it into an ear with my hat of disguise.
Ah, it's interesting.
Might confuse the enemies.
Potentially.
You turned into someone different. You didn't think you could.
Did it, Kahu?
Wait, what? You're right, I did.
Well, cool.
You just had to think
we,
about
kn-
it.
we knew you could do it.
I want to go inspect the moon pillar.
Sure. Beautiful. It's moon in the beginning and just imageries of wisterias. The moon over a coastal water. A man and a woman walking along the coast. It's just so serene looking for all these.
Can I touch it? Does anything happen?
Wisdom save. No, just kidding.
No.
No, you reach your hand over to it and it's just feels old rock, but it feels, I hate to say like alive or beating, but there's
something there.
just that connection to the affinity that you feel respond.
Memory.
Lingering, I think that's a better word for it, yeah.
Have I seen any sort of similar carving?
I mean, you've seen not necessarily like the scenes on it, and even the carving of the affinity is not a modern take on it. It's one of the ones that are like very old and ancient, like simple. 'Cause, yeah, in your studies, and Zachary has shown you some, or in your time at the Centaurium, you've seen that there are like modern takes on it, but the ones that you see here are kind of like the ancient original ones that have formed and changed, or some have fused together and are different ones. But
Does my
Yes.
forehead
yeah, all your foreheads match the corresponding one.
old?
And Anir's just kind of looking around and goes, "That's actually pretty dang cool." Kind of the fact that you guys are chosen's just hit me pretty hard.
Well, whether we're chosen or not, we all create our own fate, right?
I believe that. Nier
I
goes
put my
over.
hand in the thing.
Yeah, and Nier just walks over and plops it on. Second
I
orb
also pull
appears.
out my stopwatch, or not my stopwatch, but my watch.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
So that way, as soon as we go in, I know exactly what time it is, and we can keep track of the time.
Yay.
Perfect.
That's a good idea, Kahu.
I like it.
A nice. You have a watch?
Oh yeah, where did you get that?
Yeah, I bought it from the Giant Spin.
Oh.
Oh,
That one wasn't a
Never
prank
pictured you
item.
I never pictured you for a watch person.
Well, I thought it was interesting, so I was like, why do people want to keep time? But now it makes sense at the moment.
That doesn't actually make sense. That's a good idea. Put my hand in.
Poof, poof, poof. There are now
Okay.
4 green orbs.
I'll go over and
All right. As Meikai, the last one is you all press your hands individually. The last orb now brightens. And all of where it was just a cold stone room, all of the torches light up around and sconces at each pillar that relate to the same color of the affinities. And the arcane runes in the basin begin to glow green and activate around each one. You hear a rumbling, deep voice. So you have entered the trials of my tower. You will be told to proven your skills of physical, mental, and your connection to fate. There are no turning back now, but the rewards are just for those that persevere. May Deloy's blessing be upon you. And as he finishes that, the echo goes around the room, fades. For a second, nothing happens. But suddenly the lights each go out one by one on the sconces around you. And above you on the wall, about 12 feet up, you can actually see what's in like an ancient, almost like Roman numeral style, green arcane runes that shine, that match. It goes like a what would be like a 9 hours counting down. So yeah, you have a watch, but there's also a timer sort of thing up there on the wall as well.
He looks sadly at his watch.
I match it up just in case.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe it will lie at some point.
Yeah.
The last sconce goes out and darkness hits you as your eyes are kind of adjusting. The green glow of the basin shines in the middle. And suddenly all of you get a bit of vertigo as the room begins to spin. Not what you're standing on, but the walls around you slowly, then faster at first, until it begins spinning around you. Until it becomes a blur. You almost have to close your eyes. You can feel the room, the floor of the room ascend, and then stops in place about 10 or 15 up. The walls come to a slow, and you can now see the 9 symbols again on the wall. The countdown begins. You now look down at the basin, and the basin, it has the water shimmering around it, but on the outline of the basin, each kind of like sectioned off area connects with the triangles that like separate the room. And you can see various arcane symbols on each of the 9 8 triangles, sorry. As you guys are all standing around this basin. The sconces all come back up, just kind of like a normal fire. But at the moment, that's it.
Do the arcane symbols represent anything that I recognize?
Zachary, you don't even have to roll for this one, because you've seen them so often. You instantly recognize them as the different schools of magic.
All right.
You're just like, that's interesting. Haven't seen this one yet.
So I'll look just for the evocation one and walk over there.
Okay. You walk
I
over
was
to
gonna
it.
ask about that.
There seems to be, or you want to give me an investigation check as you're kind of looking.
Sure.
I'm sorry. Where's the triangles? What are you talking about?
I didn't put
Saying
triangles in
triangles.
there, but just imagine
Oh.
like each. I'll fix it during the week, but
Just
I should probably
Like
add
the
that.
pillars drawing lines across.
It's more
a
like
pizza
the
pie.
pillar has like a pizza pie on it.
So on the floor, there's the symbols?
Yeah.
Okay.
oh.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sometimes with big chunks of description, I hear nothing.
Right, no,
Until
you're good,
someone
you're
gives
good.
me a
The
It's-
paper or
pizza and the
something.
topping is arcane symbol.
Okay.
The triangle parts on the floor are really not as important. I'll tell you if it becomes important. It's
Mhm.
more that the one now they show up on the basin that match that 8. But it's not the symbols of the affinities on the basin are the difference. Like, think of like a pizza pie, and around each one is a different symbol of the school of magic
Magic.
On the basin.
Mhm.
on the
Like
basin.
the basin has
The
the
basin.
symbols on it,
Correct.
not the floor. Okay.
Correct. Yes. On the floor, it's not the floor, but on the walls, you can just see the symbols of the different affinities kind of glowing.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
Take a look. Give me a perception check.
I don't say that.
You don't.
I can look too.
Sure. Same rules go. 2 people can, or 1 person can with advantage.
21.
21. You kind of look up. There's nothing that kind of catches your eye. Some of the corners of the room kind of fade into the shadow from like just the glows of everything, but from what you see in this room currently, there seems to be nothing else besides just the countdown on the wall. Zachary?
Investigation. I will guidance myself beforehand as well.
Sure.
Is 21.
21. I'll come back to you. Meikai, is there anything that you're doing? Or just kind of
I'm just looking around again.
Okay.
Just in general, and then just kind of bracing myself for
Whatever happens.
things to come.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Zachary, as you're looking at the different slices of pie on this basin, you do see the symbols, but you can now see a little bit of an indent that matches that palm symbol that was on the rock earlier in each section. And
So,
as
like,
you're
where he put his hand.
and as you look back in the middle, there are still 5 orbs, but they're not glowing.
Okay.
What do
I'll
you think, Zachary?
I'm wondering if we need to put a spell of each type in the hand of. And then there's 5 different types, maybe.
If
Which did he?
Does every single school of magic have a hand, or just 5 of those?
Yeah, I'll look
schools?
around as all schools have the palm.
Each one has like a little indent where it looks like a palm could be placed.
Which one did he just do?
He didn't.
I didn't do anything.
He didn't
I
touch
just looked.
anything. He's just looking. Yeah.
I only know evocation.
Well,
Before Nier kind of like puts up a finger. Before we cast any resources, you guys just want to try touching it?
Yeah.
I touch.
What part do you touch? Zachary,
Random.
I'm assuming you or Anir could explain to everyone if your character wouldn't know that it's abjuration, transmutation, conjuration, necromancy, divination, illusion, enchantment, and evocation. Or Amara, or the butt. So you guys are all standing around the basin currently?
Yeah.
Why don't you put your tokens where you're standing, just in case?
I mean, I don't know which side each symbol's on, but
No, it's fine. I just kind of want to know distances from the basin, just in case. Anir steps forward as well.
I got 2 hands to use for this.
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go over and touch the illusion one because I still have the illusion spell from the hat on me.
All right, so Kahu, you're at illusion. You're putting your hand on it? You said you touched it, right?
Yep.
As you touch it, your hand, almost as if it's like stuck to it, now is like in the indent, and 1 orb appears, glowing.
do one of you want to try a spell? And
I like just walk. Yeah, like she was about to do something, and Nia was like, "Hold on." So like now that okay, we touched it. Now she walks over to transmutation, and cast thaumaturgy just in that direction.
Okay. What are you casting
Just
with
to
it?
see. What do you mean? What am I casting with it?
I mean, like, what are you doing with the thaumaturgy? There's a lot of stuff you can do with it.
Oh, I see. I make up the ground shake in that area.
Okay. All of you kind of feel just a little bit of a rumble. Nothing happens.
Did you touch it or did you just cast it?
You
I
just...
could have touched it at the same time.
Oh, were you actually touching it?
Well, I
said
mean,
you were
I
just
guess I won't the
casting a
first
spell.
time. It doesn't matter because it's just a cantrip, so I guess I'll do it the first time, nothing happens, and then I'll touch it and cast it again at the same time. This time, like a strike of thunder sound.
Kind of echoes back really loud for everybody. How you like go to put your hand up, but like you can't remove your hand from the basin. And Anaya, same thing. Your hand gets stuck to the basin, and a second orb appears.
You said you only had evocation, Makai.
Yeah, I mean, Kahu, you didn't put any magic into...
And
So
you said
there's
transmutation?
7? Yeah, she did.
Illusion
Right,
and
okay.
transmutation.
You said there were 5 orbs originally, so are there 7 now we're seeing?
No, there's still only 5, but 2 of them out of the 5
glowing.
are glowing.
Okay.
So we can't like move our hands though out of it. I like sign with one hand. I literally can't take my hand out of this. So Just
Oh,
something
we
to
all
think
need to-
about.
Maybe we all need to do something though.
Before we all touch an individually different one, do we want to see if people can stack on one?
Sure. Anir puts his hand on yours, then removes it. Nothing happens.
Okay. Just
And-
curious if it's gonna send us all in different places.
Feeling kind of chaotic. Sorry. Calm down a little bit. Kind of see Anir's like really nervous. Which one do you guys want me to touch?
What can you do?
Do a few different things, but the
What's your favorite?
abjuration is usually the kind of magic I do.
Okay. Then I'm good. I can do divination.
I do a little necromancy as well. Not much. Just saying.
Well,
Oh, evocation.
Evocation. Alright. Make Kai. Same thing. You put your hand down and it almost like as if you're like touching electricity and it's just like, you know, cramping your hand, but you can't move it away from it. The third orb appears. You didn't cast anything, right?
Nope.
You didn't cast anything.
You just touched it.
Yep.
I just touched it. Was there a little ball that appeared?
Can I try to touch the orb that is in front of me
Like kind of
with my free hand?
yeah, it just goes right through. It's more like a projection of light. An orb of light, I should have explained, sorry.
I'll do divination. But
Okay.
Well.
I'm
Okay.
gonna do it with my offhand.
Offhand. Okay. The only one that's done it with their offhand is you put it down, get stuck to it, and a fourth one appears.
Oh, guess I should have done that hand. Yeah.
Alright, so there's abjuration, conjuration, necromancy, enchantment left. I'll let you guys decide for me.
You said abjuration, right?
You like
Okay.
abjuration?
With
And it
abjuration.
starts with an A. That's your name. A. Solid
Alright.
reasoning right there.
Sure. The second he does, the fifth orb appears, and all of a sudden, all of you can feel a surge of electricity. I need everybody to give me a dex save, please.
Oh no.
Okay. Hopefully that's
Uh,
not the worst.
21.
21,
17.
Definitely not a 21.
17,
21.
21,
Hi.
13.
13. See what Anir got. Got 20. All right. So, all of you start feeling a surge of electricity. Zachary, unfortunately, you're the only one that feels like your hand is still stuck as you're trying to pull away. You take the full amount of electricity damage. It's only 9 points of damage. The rest of you take 5.
Oh jeez.
However, on top of that, Anais, everyone, you look over to Anais, and Anais, your skin turns blue.
Interns?
Kahu, as you all look to you, butterflies seem to appear and fly out of his hair and start circling his head. Meikai,
Uh-huh.
you're kind of standing there waiting. Suddenly you see 5 orbs of white on the basin where your hand was, and it suddenly explodes in like light and comes descending on you as you take magic missile, unfortunately. That's 12 points of damage from magic missile as it all just kind of explodes in different parts on you. And Anir, you seem to see a little bit of a shimmer around him. And as you guys do that, and I'll kind of like recover for a second, a green orb lights up underneath the countdown, and the room begins to spin again. And as it's blurring, you feel the ledge of the room start going up higher. and before you could even like catch what you're doing, the room stops again. That's where we'll end tonight's session and pick this back up next week.
Why doesn't Nier get a shimmer and I get hit?
You guys chose what a near got. You guys did really good. Awesome. Yeah, so we'll get back in next week with the remainder of the trials. You successfully made it through room 1 though, guys.
We did it.
Yeah, I thought you guys did good. No, you guys did really good.
It's so good.
I get what happened now, though.
Yeah.
It's because you were on evocation, so you got hit with an evocation spell.
Yep.
Abjuration spells tend to be defensive spells.
Yep.
True.
So what you guys did miss was conjuration would be an arcane rock circles around your head, and basically it's kind of like mirror image. So every time you'd get an attack at you, there'd be a potential for it to block one attack, and then once that one's gone, it's gone. Necromancy was just necromancy.
Yeah, did you say divination from Zach?
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed that. Thank
Yeah.
you, Zachary.
Zach gets healed.
Zachary, you look around as the blurring stops. Let's see. And as you're looking around, you can see the veins of magic in the stonework, and then it coming to the stone. You now have the effect of true seeing until I tell you don't.
What? True seeing is so good.
All right.
Worth it.
Pretty helpful for this one, I can tell you that much.
That is why I picked that one.
Just
Seems
in if
seems
we
like
have
the
a-
least harmful one.
if we have a water ability, I can blend in with the water.
There you go. In the
Make
blue
that
band group
sad.
tonight.
There we go.
But yeah, so that's conjuration. Necromancy was 15 points of damage. Enchantment was a fun one. I was really hoping one of you guys would take it. It'd be modified memory. So whoever did it would forget who the rest of you are and why you're here.
That's not
Good one,
fun.
we can pick that one.
Well, I think it'd be
That's not fun
amazing.
at all.
Keep my 17 points of damage.
Yeah, so sorry. But no, you guys did really good. And the remainder, there'll be the remainder of the rooms will be up to the dice roll. I have a whole list of stuff, and I'll have you guys roll a d20 for each level. So
Ooh.
kind of taking it out of my hands, leaving it up to fate for Fates United.
There we go.
Yeah.
Some of them could be detrimental, could be encounters, could be beneficial. We'll see. So yeah,
Yeah.
we'll see how you guys prepare for that next week. I'm super excited. I've been kind of excited all day to get into this. So
Cool.
yeah, awesome.
I love it.
No, you guys did really good. I'm really glad for the RP, and we're hitting 2022 strong. So we'll continue on to the story, and I think things will go a little bit faster from here on out. Now, you guys are definitely on past the first arc fully into the second arc of like collecting these artifacts and kind of beginning to unravel some of your backstory elements. So I'm really excited to see where it goes this year. So all right, guys, let's go ahead and find someone to raid as always. Let's find someone new tonight, actually. You know, 1 year anniversary, we can find someone that's newer. That's English. Let's see.
That'd be a good throwback though to like the first year.
Yeah.
Rated people are in different languages.
Right. Everything I've learned. Or I can find someone that's like ending on their end stream as I raid them like last night.
Yep.
Oh,
That
that's so
was
much
good.
fun. Episode 2, that's fun. Trying to see if someone's having their first episode tonight. I think that'd be really cool. See a lot of. There we go. Cool. So let's go raid Ellie Roar. They are doing the City of Roses first session.
First session.
Which I think is super cool. So thank you guys so much. A year ago we had our first session of Fate, so I thought it'd be really fun to raid someone who's having their first session tonight. again, thank you guys so much for your support. It's absolutely insane. Psycho Simps, thank you for the follow. Necro for the cheer, Silent for the raid and the cheer, Marky Gaming BTD, Amara for the Sounds You're Wild, Raphael Sip, you guys are amazing from last night. So I'm super excited just to see what else we go through. So check back in Sunday for Brikazora on Marquee Gaming, 3 p.m. And then Tuesday for Zelda for some more D&D. Monday with Rachel's art stream as well. But you'll see that all in the Discord. And we'll be back Wednesday for Feylog. But, oh, okay. All of a sudden it said error, and I was like, wait, did they go offline? What? Let's go ahead and give them a raid. And as always, if you could send over the Bardic Barrage, we have emotes, or you can just send the love. As you guys show me the respect and love, let us show them all the love and respect and the amazingness of this community. I love all of you guys, and we'll see you next week. Night. Oops, that is not the ending screen. Well, there you go, YouTube. You enjoy that one.